Hey guys, it's Alex O'Neill. With me I have Evan Wall,
Hey!
Scott Guthier, and Tony Horvath, as well as special guest Harold Price.
Wait, who's this Evan Walper?
I am the H-bomb!
we're in the pre-show. I'm going to do all that, like, bullshit to be like, Evan, you haven't been on the show in a million years! I'll do that, like, when we start the real show.
Yeah, that's also when the normal sign-off happens, Evan. You weren't really supposed to say anything.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah, you're supposed to, like, be quiet. See, like, I appreciate, like, Scott, Tony, and Option. They've all picked up on it. Like, oh, we're in the pre-show. This is bonus content for, like...
Usually I'm not paying attention at this point.
Our cool friend. Well, I know that. That's, like, the whole show, though, Tony. I just, like, I wait the full 3 seconds, and then I hear you unmute your microphone and start talking.
It's because I have to wait because it, like, my microphone has the unmute button, and then it takes about 2 seconds for the microphone to start picking up sound again. So... Yeah. And I don't want to capture the background noise of my, like...
Yeah, of you playing video games while we're supposed to be recording
if I'm playing, like, WoW or something, the keyboard that I use for that doesn't make noise. So I don't have to use my microphone.
Oh, so you use the quiet keyboard for WoW.
It's not really a choice thing. It's just, like, because this keyboard only has 14 buttons on it, when the normal keyboard has way more than 14 buttons.
Oh, like the little mantra thing?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's
Razor
called.
Nostromo.
Nostromo. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Naga.
No, that's a mouse, and it has like 14 billion buttons on the side.
Yeah, okay. Could you feasibly use the Naga exclusively to play WoW?
For the class that I play, absolutely.
Now, if you skinned it, would you have Naga hide?
Harold,
Harold.
This is what I was talking about.
Oh, it's very quiet.
Hey.
Yeah, it's very stealthy. That's your stealth thing.
I put a link in chat. I don't know if I was. I thought you were. Maybe you thought I was typing on it, but I just put a link in chat so you could look at what I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before. I've seen your Nostromo before. Navashin's going to be joining us probably like any minute now. So rest easy, my video viewer people. Our secret club. There he is. Speaking of which, speaking of the devil, Nabashin shows up. We just started the pre-show, Nabashin, so you don't have to like freak out or anything.
We'll give him a minute. Probably setting stuff up.
Hey, Nabashin.
Harold, let's start with you. How's you went to PAX? You said you had some stories that you wanted to share with us.
I have a story.
Oh boy. So, before we get into it, how on a scale of 1 to awesome, how fun was it? Evan, you can also chime in. I know this is like your expertise.
I'd say a 9.
A 9. That's pretty good. Is that like? Never
Wait,
mind.
how close to awesome is 9?
Yeah. Like, is it like fun close or like okay close? No,
I think close.
I got all the pictures of you and John Anderson hanging out in the giant bomb line, like the good
and Fred.
times.
Fred was
and
there
Fred.
too.
Fred sent me pictures separately via Twitter though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, they look like a lot of fun.
Yep.
I hate you a little bit for it, but
we missed you.
Yeah,
I missed you. John missed you. Fred missed you. Greg missed you.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys were assassins, you guys suck.
What fucking joke was that? I mean, you just came in fucking. Well, if you were assassins and you missed that many people, then you would be bad assassins.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I met Greg Miller.
Yeah, I thought you had met him before.
Pretty nice dude.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like that guy.
Cool.
Oh,
he stepped it up for Paxomania.
I heard.
I saw.
I saw a little bit of it. He definitely fucking brought his A game.
Yeah, I mean, the commish.
Yeah, I did like the low cut shirt. I was a real big fan of
with
that.
With the low cut jacket to go with. The low cut sports coat.
I feel like that's a look that exclusively him and Jeff Gerstmann can pull off. Yeah, no, it looked like fun. So, what stories did you want to share with us? You talked to the Harmonix people about Rock Band 4. I'm sure that was cool.
Oh, the Harmonix people are still awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Able Gamers. They had a really nice panel about gaming with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
which, of course, with my Asperger's and my motor issues, something I can definitely relate to.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, after the panel, I got into a nice little conversation with Sean Baptiste, former community manager with Harmonix, who's now with Fire Hose Games. Sorry for almost screwing that up. But, of course, if you don't know who Sean is, he actually, a few years ago, had a brain tumor and was laid up a bit. But, yeah, he's all fine. He working with Fire Hose Games, and he was a really nice guy. He was part of the Able Gamers panel. And then I met him the night that I saw him again the next day in the Diversity Lounge.
Good.
By the Able Gamers booth. Just a real cool guy to talk to.
Cool. He sounds cool.
Mm-hmm. Stories.
Anything, man.
Well, I
I know you've been on record saying PAX Mania was your favorite part.
oh yeah. Yeah, I even screen captured and tweeted part of the PAX East survey, and then sent it to Eric Pope and Aaron Trites.
Yeah. Evan, are you okay?
Yes, I'm staring at your Bombcast poster because it's. So
But yeah, I'm still amazed that not only does the Harmonix community team know who I am, they actually talk to me.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
Mm-hmm. And they haven't filed a restraining order.
Yes.
You are the infamous Harmonix superfan.
Yeah. One of them. I mean, I'm not the Harmonix superfan.
You know what? I'm gonna call shenanigans on that. As far as I'm concerned, Harold
You are.
Price is the apex of Harmonix fandom.
Yeah.
You did give literally 70 awards to Harmonix every year, consistently.
Hey, Fantasia was my game of the year.
There you go. Music evolved.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And that's
alright.
still an awesome game.
Yeah.
Let's
what
see.
else?
Who else did I meet? I met Pat Bear.
Yes, Pat Bear.
From Upright Citizens Brigade Theater in New York. He does the 404 Agate panel.
Mhm.
Well, 404 Agate's also his show at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. Man, that's a tough phrase to say.
Yeah.
But he's a really nice guy. I've been conversing back and forth with him over Twitter for a couple years now. Finally met him. Really nice guy. Sad I didn't make it to his panel, but everything was on Saturday night.
Yeah.
And
Everything
of course,
but the
since I backed
Bombcast.
the VIP tier of Amplitude,
Mm.
I was at the Harmonix party.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, compared to other PAX East, previous PAX East,
Well, I think probably the best thing I did was took the extra time off and actually flew in Thursday morning.
yeah, so you didn't have to stress about it.
So I didn't have to navigate my way through Boston in the dark.
Yeah. That's definitely, like, that's made all of our trips a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every time I've gone to PAX, I've had gone up on Thursday night, except for that one year where I flew up on Friday night.
Yes.
You guys remember that, right?
Yes, we met you outside the Bombcast panel.
Yeah, after you guys didn't make it in, and we played Cards Against Humanity.
With some strangers who were
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I remember
Speaking
that
of Cards Against Humanity, unrelated to PAX, but did you see Tabletop this week?
I did not.
Yep. They did Cards Against Humanity, and Aisha Tyler was on it.
Oh, shit.
one. Nice.
The only like card games esque show that I've watched is a Table Flip, which is a spin-off of Game Grumps.
Oh.
Surprise! Evan didn't know about my fascination with Game Grumps until today.
You didn't even watch the episode of Spell Slingers with Greg Miller on it?
I did watch that.
Yeah.
I let him know that I thought it was wonderful, and
Yeah.
he said it was wonderful. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know Magic, so I haven't gotten into that show, but Geek and Sundry does some awesome stuff.
yes, they do stuff I enjoy. I'm not like too familiar with some of like the people that aren't Felicia Day, I guess.
Yeah,
Just because like she's the one I just see the most of.
yeah.
But they're
Well,
cool people.
of course, Tabletop has to be my favorite show on there.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
But that has nothing to do with PAX, which I've been talking about. Yeah, got to hang out with some of the guys from Game Enthuse and their friends.
Yeah, I saw that you guys were tweeting back and forth about that.
Yeah, yeah, I actually happened to be staying at the same hotel as not the main three Game Enthuse guys, Aaron, Tiny, and Mike, but they're good friends. Other Mike, aka G Nitro, Donnie, and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And also the same hotel as John and Fred and their group.
Oh wow, that's really cool. I wish we'd ever done that ever. We stayed at the same hotel as like some really drunk Twitch people.
Yeah, that was fun. That
Oh,
was fun.
actually, I do have a story.
Okay.
Friday morning. Was it Saturday? It was Saturday morning. Friday morning, I got Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast. Saturday, I was going out, and I get stopped outside the hotel restaurant. Some folks from Magica 2, and asked me if I wanted a free breakfast. I was like, oh sure.
What?
But there was a catch.
Oh.
I'm not sure if you guys saw the picture, but you got free breakfast if you wore the Magical Wizard's robe.
Are you kidding me? I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I totally did. I mean, and then I had texted Ben and them and John. I texted Ben and I texted John.
Good enough.
And John said he'd rather just pay the $30 or whatever.
What? I wore Harry Potter robes for like 6 years in a row when I was in elementary school. And are you telling me I could do that and get free fucking breakfast?
Sure.
Done. What were you gonna say, Scott? You were ready.
Well, I'm on the same line as you. Wait a second. You're telling me that you're gonna pay me to put on a Magica suit to go dick around in?
No, it wasn't the dig
Which I
around
would-
in. It was just to eat breakfast in.
I'd do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It was a
basically
good breakfast.
breakfast.
Nice
You're-
little buffet there at the Renaissance.
you're paying me with food if I wear your swag for
Yeah.
breakfast. That's
Mhm.
fine.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
Heck, I would have worn it all day just because. But
Yeah, I would have worn it all day if they paid
I
me
would
with
have
food
said.
all
I
day.
would have said, if you keep the money for breakfast, can I walk away with this?
Yeah, like, can I just, like, take
this
the
and run.
robe?
Can I take it and run?
Can I just like wear this all day and like?
then again,
return it to
after
you.
PAX, what the heck would I do with that?
You would dress as Harry Potter every year.
Harry Potter, Harry Potter, Harry Potter,
How
Harry
old
Potter,
did you
Harry
say
Potter.
you were when you were dressing up as Harry Potter?
I was like 6 or 7.
I feel old. I think
Yeah.
that stuff was like out when I was in college.
I was a little late to that, to be fair. I was in 5th grade when the 5th book was about to come out.
Oh.
And I was going into my freshman year of high school when the 7th book came out.
Yeah. I think I was in high school when it really started to get big around the 4th book. I mean, not high school, college. It started to really get big around the 4th book. And a couple years into college.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
But let's see. I was at a couple tournaments.
Yeah.
I finished 3rd in the Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform tournament on Vita.
That doesn't look
Nice.
like a bronze medal. It looks more like a silver medal.
Oh, it's bronze, trust me.
Okay. I will. I'll try.
Yeah,
I'll
I
trust you in
finished
this area.
3rd. Don't ask me how many people were in it.
Okay.
3.
I already knew. I was just like, it's probably 3.
But still.
That's still good.
Yeah, still, I showed up.
Yeah.
They said they had like one person show up for their Luminous tournament.
Lumine says some ignorant.
Yeah,
people.
I almost came back the next day for their Street Fighter Cross Tekken tournament.
I bet
See if
only 3
anybody
people would
entered
enter that as well. To be fair,
But
like,
but then again, I had like back-to-back panels to start in the morning on Sunday.
sounds like
Paxomania and then Loading Ready Runs panel.
it sounds like you filled up your time pretty well.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah.
How long were you on the floor, though?
Yeah.
As long as I could stand.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, you know what? Asperger's and PAX aren't always the best of friends.
Yeah. They do
And-
have. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And it's a good thing that they have Take This has their AFK room.
Yes,
I
was
actually
gonna
spent a
mention
few
that.
minutes there, like on Saturday, towards the end of my day before I left to go to the harmonics thing.
Mhm.
Just a nice, quiet place to just get away from PAX for a few minutes.
Yeah, and that's kind of like why it's there. It's really cool that it's there. I love TakeThis.org. I think
Take This is yeah.
they're cool.
Yeah, I gotta take this pin here.
Yeah,
Not that
that's,
you can see it very well.
the lighting is going to disagree with the. I know what it is. It's like the two hands though.
Yeah. I also got my Rock Band 4 pin.
Yes. What like
Um,
did you lose your
my-
mind to the harmonics people directly? Where you just like finally?
Speaking of losing things, I actually lost a couple games. I had a small little pouch with two 3DS games and two DS games that just never turned up. I wasn't 100% sure they had made it, but they're not here either.
Mm.
I wound up rebuying Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy.
Oh, was it the second one?
Curtain Call, Curtain
Yeah,
Call,
okay.
yeah. But yeah, and I'm probably gonna do the same thing with Fantasy Life,
Yeah.
unless I can find it on for sale cheap somewhere before I pull the trigger. And then I'm just gonna have to hunt for new copies of Tetris DS and Mario Kart DS.
Yeah.
Good luck on that.
Yeah. Mario Kart might be easier to find, but Tetris. Oof.
Yeah,
All right, Harold. I think we'll.
yeah,
That can
yeah. I
wrap
mean,
up
I'll
on
talk
PAX.
more about the games of PAX on the show.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had a great time. I'm
Yeah.
glad. Next year, I gotta make it up there.
Yeah.
I'll drag all these chocolate fucks. I'll drag Nobshin someday.
Yeah.
Psych.
Impossible.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Nobshin,
You'd go to PAX, I'm sure.
Nobshin, how's life, man? How are you doing? The end. Finished thought. All right. While we're on this train, what the fuck video did you send Tony Scott and I?
Don't worry about it.
No, I showed Evan, and Scott was like, "It didn't sound like something I should watch, so I didn't watch it." But I made him watch it, and Tony was like, "What the fuck was that?" So, you owe us an explanation.
Do I?
Yes.
I watched it twice because Evan had to fucking see it. What? Why? What is the context of this? Where did you stumble upon this?
Well, it happened on Up at Noon. That happened. It happened on Up at Noon. Like it was like the last appearance of Anti Gallegos on at being at IGN, and they just did that scene. And then I just remember looking at that before, and it just popped in my head like recently. And I was like, oh, I need a stupid intro for the show. And I'm like, oh, let me look for something. Oh, there's the Andy Sweetie thing, and I laughed at it. I was like, oh yeah, this is hilarious. So I shared it with you guys, and it's like, oh, I know what my intro is going to be this week. So spoilers. There you go.
God, I was hoping that wouldn't be your intro too, and I'm like, well, great. I can look forward to that. At least I'm ready for it, so I can just delete your audio in that section.
Exactly.
Can anybody truly be ready for it?
No, not really.
But I was thinking like lately, it was like, you know, like I do all these intros, but like no one really gets the references, or at least you guys don't get the references. So
I
thought,
get
like,
some of them.
yes, some of them, but you know, like
I
just
get
wanted to,
very
like,
few, to be honest.
Yeah. It's, you know what? You are a man of many likes and dislikes, as we discussed last week. So, that, you know...
Navashin is a
diversify.
complex man.
Yeah. Complex
I'm a man
feelings.
of many likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that sounds good.
We talked about this.
Yeah, remember last week we were saying, like, when Silver PR asked us that question of, like, what is the one game you would get? We couldn't figure out what you would get because you like so many different things.
Well, where did dislikes come from?
I don't know. If you like many things, you dislike. Well, you didn't like tacos until recently. You don't like
that was weird.
Chipotle.
How could you not like tacos? When I was a kid, that was like my favorite food.
Navashin has gone through like a renaissance with tacos. We don't worry. We got
The
there.
taco
The
renaissance.
taco renaissance. Somebody write these down in titles. But I don't know. No, I'm saying it just sounded right when I said it out loud.
Okay.
That's defeat right there.
So life's good, going well.
It's been fine. Like just the reason I was late just for the show this morning is like or this morning just right now, I was helping my friend Tony.
Yeah.
Like my really cool closest friend.
Wait, go on.
Like he was here to like pretty much to get the rest of his stuff from storage that he had here when he was here for a while. And now he's like trying to get the rest of his stuff so he can take it back to his peoples in Chicago. So I just helped him like put most of his stuff in the storage, and I saw some good old friends that I haven't seen in a while. And he even saw his mom, which I like we used to hang out. Like she was there when we like first became friends and like hung out all the time. So like it was like a really cool thing just like reminisce and stuff like that, because we were like getting like old like Tupperwares and like all like old boxes with all this old stuff to put in his moving van, and like we saw stuff like his like this thing like because like when I first met Tony,
Other Tony.
But
The cool Tony.
The really cool, chill best friend Tony.
yeah.
Thanks, guys.
When I first met
Love
Tony,
you too, Tony.
like it was like around when the Pokemon movie first came out, the first one came out. So like I think it was like at either Burger King or either Burger King or McDonald's. They were selling those like Pokeballs with like the gold like Pokemon cards in it. And
I remember that.
Yeah. And he had like every single one of those, and like he had them displayed on his wall and everything like that. So now like when I was like helping him move his boxes and stuff like that, I saw like he still had those Pokeballs in there, and like the first thing I said to him was like "fuck you and your Pokeballs," and like
That's awesome.
and he said don't hate, but yeah, we just like laughed and reminisced. Like I would hang out with them tonight, but I doubt I'll have the energy for it tonight. Maybe tomorrow. I'm trying to like juggle them, hanging out with them and seeing Mark and Katie again, because like I've been a bad friend and not seeing them again. That's pretty much why I bought Mario Party 10. And I was like, hey, I bought this game so we can play it together. Just for me to have a freaking excuse to actually go see them, because like it's been really weird with my job lately. Just like taking so much out of me that like I kind of just don't feel like going there anymore, which really sucks. And like I don't like not seeing my friends. It's just like just been like a little bit too exhausting. It's like I'm not even like hanging with my nephew anymore, and like we used to hang out all the time and we're not even doing that. So like I don't know, it's just been like a weird situation for me lately. It's probably just making me think that I need another job. I think this the job is just taking too much out of me, though I don't mind it too much. It's like just like there's too much just other situations that like just makes me not like enjoy being there anymore. Like I like the people, and like and I like doing what I'm doing, but like like anytime I have to like close there instead of open, like I just get like so upset, and I'm just like I just don't want to be here anymore. Like I just want to walk out, but I'm not that kind of person though.
That's like me and my job.
Yeah, I mean you guys have similar jobs. You both work at grocery chains. No, I understand. It sounds like a good idea to look for other opportunities.
Yeah. And like I said, I need to hang out with my friends a little bit more. Like I've been a little bit too solitude as of late.
I definitely have spells like that, because I mean I think I'm a little similar to you. I don't know how much of a solitary person you are. But
you're younger, I'm older.
No, I didn't say that. I'm not pulling the age card again. I'm a very solitary person. I prefer a lot of my time to be alone, because I'm weird. And I like to schedule out times I'm going to spend with people. Like tomorrow, I'm going to spend time with Scott and probably Tony. Because
probably.
Well, I don't know if you're going to be there. I just figured I'd go to Scott's house and then listen to what he says.
Wait, so you were planning on seeing Scott and me not being there? That's impossible.
No, I didn't know if you were going to be there, because last Friday, Scott and Tony were like, "You want to hang out tomorrow?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't do that. I don't do like spontaneous things. Nah, son." But then I'm like, well, let's plan for next Saturday. So now, like, I've had this whole week to settle into the fact that I'm not going to be alone on Saturday, and I'll be fine with it.
No, so you should come hang out with us tomorrow.
Every
Bring
time.
Mario Party, bro.
Yeah, but like there are times when I've spent too many consecutive days just not seeing anyone or talking to anyone.
Yeah,
It sucks.
yeah. I've gotten to my breaking point of that now. Like
We all need our extra life.
No, we don't.
bum bum. But like I plan to do a little bit more of that. Like I'm into this streaming thing sort of kind of right now. Like I haven't done it in the last few days because I've been like too exhausted from work. But like I'm hoping to like at least combine those two and like like bring Mark into me streaming with him and stuff like that, and maybe we'll stream us playing Mario Party 10 or something like that. Just so like I don't know, like just mesh the worlds with my friends so like I can like I don't know, like just I can feel a little bit more whole again, I guess.
Yeah, and then
I'm
you
a
can
little bit empty
combine.
right now.
You can combine two things that you like to do: hang out
Yeah,
with friends.
it
and
sucks
stream.
when you don't see your friends all the time.
And that's why Harold was like, "It's been too long since I've been on this goddamn show."
Yeah.
You missed us. We missed
Have
you.
I
he
been on
posted his
since my
bribe and
birthday
we let him
last
on the
year?
You, I mean, technically you have been on multiple occasions. You were on your top 10 episode. You were
Oh,
on,
yeah, I did the top 10, and
Episode
I
200.
called into, your
Yeah.
250 or what, or 200 or whatever.
Not a 250.
Or
yet.
whatever.
Please
Who cares?
fucking no. That's October.
Episode 250!
Wait a second. What are you guys talking about? This is 319 we're talking about right now. 319.
Oh my god. Oh, jeez. We're getting there, man. 220. That's such. Oh. So we got to do something stupid for episode 222, just because.
GP2.
Yeah.
How about episode
666, Alex?
How about, do a tribute to 227 in 7 shows.
Okay, or we could do like an entire episode brought to you by Train.
What happens if we get to episode
The band.
2020?
Dude,
2,400.
No, I said like within the past 3 months. I'm pretty sure I said it somewhere. I'm like, if we get to episode 1000, I'm quitting the show. I'm turning it off. I'm ending it because like I don't give a fuck. Like at that point, I don't care
Speaking
what
of
this show is.
milestones, the CADcast made it to 400.
That's awesome. Beyond's almost there.
I want to try to make it to 5.
I should have. I wish I would have told Greg Miller about you coming on. It wasn't even H-Bomb and Friends yet. It was not cross-border gaming. Talking about your trip to, how you were gushing about your trip to San Francisco and.
You told him like that picture was for me, right? Like.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know like the context because you just sent me a picture of you and Greg Miller and you were like, Greg says hi. I'm like, hi. I'm like, I'm so sad right now. Evan, how's life?
Boring.
Yeah, like, we haven't talked... I'm going to give you plenty of shit for this in the real show. Don't worry, Evan. You have so much ahead of you.
Oh, I know.
All
yeah,
this shit.
we haven't even... Like, I see you, like, every Thursday now. It's weird, right?
I know, right?
Because we get to school around the same time. We go to a class, like
At
in
the same time.
in the same building. So, like, I've seen you multiple times in the past few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And then you were over Wednesday for
Yep.
something I'll talk about in a little bit. How are you doing, man? How's life? It's been 3 months. You've done school semester. You've worked
Yep.
job. It's
Yep.
snowed like 7 times.
Yep.
Where,
You must be jaded.
You must be jaded by life. You bought Battlefield Hardline for some fucking reason. We'll talk about that later.
Grizzle.
I didn't even realize
Yeah.
that game was out.
Yeah, that game came
I
out.
thought you were talking about the beta or something.
So how are you, Evan?
Good. Good. Everything's good.
Good.
Yeah,
Having
who
fun.
are you?
I got a puppy. I got a puppy.
You had the fucking dog since like a year ago, so we know about the goddamn
Yeah.
dog.
I'm just
Have
trying
you
to
taught
remember
it
what
how to play
happened since
hide
I've
and
been
seek yet?
on.
Yeah, have you taught the dog how to play hacky sack?
No.
Hide and seek.
I was close.
No.
Hide and sack.
Hide and sack.
Hide the sack.
Have you put peanut butter on your ball sack? This is a very deep roommates reference.
Ow.
Oh.
No, I would never do that.
Don't knock it till you try it. That's all.
Damien.
Damien did it. You just knew it was him. That's really sad, Damien. If you're watching this, you're not. But if you are, keep that in mind. Yeah, man, like,
Yeah, just cool. I'm graduating this semester.
yeah, that's cool.
Congrats!
Yeah, you're gonna have an associate's degree.
Yeah.
We
Oh.
talked a lot today.
Yeah.
Harold's like, oh, never
No,
mind.
never mind.
Fucking loser.
And 4 more years to get my bachelor's.
4 more years?
4 more years?
Maybe.
It took me 5 total.
Yeah,
and I
at
changed
least 4
majors
more.
after 3.
You could get like a doctorate in the time it's.
I'm not gonna get it.
Wouldn't that be scary? Dr. Evan?
That's
Wall.
the scariest shit I've ever heard in my life. He's
Dr. Agent Wall.
He's a brain surgeon. Dr. Wall. Evan wants to work for the FBI. That's
No,
fucking
no, no,
scary.
Alex. How about just like plain doctor?
Yeah.
Hey, Evan, my spine hurts.
My spine hurts. Your whole spine hurts,
I'm gonna
Scott?
take it out.
No, hold on.
Give you a new one.
Yeah. Fuck no. Yeah, that's your solution. I don't know. Upgrade. Put in a new graphics card.
Seems fun.
Seems fun. That's very not awesome. What would you like me to do? Dr. Evan is now the greatest character that has ever come from the show. Don't laugh at that. Yeah, Evan wants to be an FBI agent. I talked about this with him. I'm being serious also.
Yes.
Aren't you exposing him while saying this?
Yeah.
No.
Well, this is for our, like,
Oh,
secret
it's
club
FBI.
members.
It's not like it's CIA.
Yeah, it's not like CIA or NASA.
Or is it?
I know you're working
But if I
for
told you
the
what I really wanna do, I'd have to
CIA.
Yeah. He wants to be an MI6 agent. He's not English, but we'll figure it out.
Be the next Johnny English.
You want to do network security for the FBI.
Cybersecurity, but yeah.
Cyber security.
Yeah,
Does that encompass more than just the network?
Yes.
All of
That's everything.
cyberspace?
Yes.
Is it going to be like the Scooby-Doo cyberspace movie?
I wish.
You remember that fucking movie, Namashu? I know
love
you
that
do.
movie. I love
Wait,
that movie.
what'd you say?
The Scooby-Doo cyberspace movie?
Oh, fuck that
With the
movie.
Blue Phantom?
It's so dumb! Don't they, like, go into cyberspace in that
Yes.
movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. What a fucking quality experience. It's not as good as the fucking Werecat movie. The zombies in New Orleans or whatever.
I don't remember.
Louisiana. That's the best Scooby-Doo movie of the more modern era.
I think I've seen
What
that
about when the
one.
monsters were real or whatever?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh,
like
wait,
the live action
actions?
one?
Yeah. the
No,
live
no,
action.
no. There was a movie where like, the Scooby-Doo monsters are actually
Oh,
real.
yeah,
this
that one
time.
was really good, too.
That was the big twist. That's something that never happened before.
Yeah, yeah, and it was the Creeper, which, like, gets referenced in a bunch of different things for some reason, even though it was, like, the shittiest Scooby-Doo villain. And he was, like, real in it, and like Freddy was, like, pulling on his face, and he was real.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah,
I don't remember that movie.
I do. Namish and I got deep roots with Scooby-Doo, except
love
for the fact
Scooby-Doo.
where I think Chris Rock was in a Scooby-Doo episode that he never was. But goddamn, when I paid
That
money
would
to
have been
fucking see
awesome.
that. That might have been like a Harvey Birdman thing that
Harvey Birdman.
I got confused on. Well, Evan, are you going to give us anything else?
I mean, work.
I mean, there's nothing else going on in my life.
You didn't get hit by a truck?
Yeah, Scott got hit by a truck. You missed that.
Scott got hit by a truck?
You said, I hope you're okay, Scott, in our group
Oh, wait.
text
Oh,
messages.
okay. I thought he actually got hit.
I thought
like,
you were kidding.
No!
Oh, I thought you were joking about the truck crashing into your car.
No.
No. I thought Evan was kidding about forgetting that I got hit by a truck.
No, he was
No.
serious.
No.
Yeah, I realized that.
I thought it was a
And you thought you knew
separate
Evan.
instance, Scott, where you actually got hit by a truck, not like your car.
Well, I mean, yeah, that did happen, but it was when Scott and I were up to shenanigans. That never happened. Don't freak out, people. Yeah, Scott told that story last week.
Let's see.
Remember?
I mean,
No, you don't remember. 'Cause you were there.
I know, but work's been crazy.
Evan, you know it's like... It is a scary situation for us when Tony has been on more podcasts consecutively than you ever have been.
Yeah!
It's terrifying! Harold's terrified.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. He's fine.
Everything.
Something interesting did happen at work. So,
You know what we need to get
Well,
Evan
you
back
can
into
tell
it?
us about that.
Yeah,
I
we
think I just broke
Yeah.
the internet.
you did. Harold, it's cool.
We need another episode where it's just Scott and Evan.
yes, please.
That's right, because that fucking clip we
Amanda,
played.
please.
The clip we played Episode 200 was gold. Evan, talk about your story.
All right, so at work, someone lost about $500 worth of lottery money. Oh my god! Ow, my head.
Like they dumped, like somebody at work dumped $500 into the lottery, or they lost the money that people put into the lottery.
Like what? Like our accountant for the store, lost the money. Like they didn't know where it went. Like it was lost, and they found it like 2 weeks later. And it was a system error, and we had like 2 weeks of tills being off.
All right, Evan, I'm cutting you off. This is already a very long bonus content. So, Scott, anything happen in your life?
Well, I learned that getting hit by a truck is very annoying.
How so?
Sometimes painful, but this time annoying.
Yeah, is it because of the whiplash?
Yeah, like I told you that the other insurance companies pretty much digging their heels in, even though that's a really bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the strategy from my point of view is, all right, they are obviously at fault, so they have to pay medical bills.
Yeah.
So go to the doctor a couple times until they understand that, yeah, hey, they eventually have to pay.
Yeah. No, that seems like the best policy.
So Scott's been to the doctor 7 days out of the past 7 weeks, and all of them were this week.
And so far, it's just twice, and I told him pretty much the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got the back whiplash from the start of the car. Felt it night of.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually pretty bad the night of.
Yeah.
I laid down, and like that made it feel better. I'm like, all right, this is good. Day one, I feel that laying down makes it feel better.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was very hard to sleep.
Yeah, I imagine.
And then next couple of days, I go to the doctor, which was on a computer science day. Wasn't happy about that.
Yeah.
And then some days after that, I have to go to the lawyer, which was again on a computer science day, and I was really not happy about that.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now, and then let's see, today, not a computer science day.
Yes.
Still not happy about the other 2 days.
Yeah.
But they had to go to the doctor again, just because they was said, yeah, hey, you should come back relatively soon. Tell us how you're feeling. So I did that.
Okay.
Gave me more things to take. I'm not taking them.
Scott, do
Don't
you want me to come over there and force you to take them?
Force feed you
It's-
pills.
I'm not
But
like
they're
any sort of cat.
suppositories.
It is.
I'm gonna feed your butt, Scott.
But yeah, now there's like, hey, you should probably go to physical therapy because you'd probably have some muscle spasm and inflammation if this is still hurting.
Yeah, that's probably
Like-
a good idea.
Physical
So I'm
therapy.
like, all right, yeah, that's just. Probably should have told me to do that first.
Yeah, for sure. I like physical therapy a lot. It's dope. I had a really cool physical therapist. We talked about stupid bands, and he told me about all the drunk stories he went and did in medical school. So he was cool. He was very buff. He was terrifying. His name was like Kevin or something.
Kevin was my driving instructor.
Kevin was my driving instructor. I know.
Really?
You had Greg's driving school, Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin was my driving instructor.
What? Harold, you really are the future, Evan.
I'm kidding. You know I don't drive. Actually, I did take driver's ed in high school, but I don't drive.
I'm starting to think that maybe Evan is your clone, Harold. This is also a possibility. I don't know. I'm working on a science fiction /fic. It's pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
/fic is porn.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
In case you didn't know.
No!
Tony, what about you?
School.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah, I kicked up on Tony.
School, video games.
Evan creeped up on you like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and then I put a strong hand on his shoulder last week. And
Really?
then he was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Because I
the
wasn't paying
English
attention.
class happened a half hour later than it usually does, and so Evan was just kind of hanging out in the building when he usually wouldn't be. And so I came up, and just while walking past, I put a very firm hand on his shoulder
I just
as
realized
a means of greeting him.
that is the way to do it, because you know Evan nearly poops himself every time. That face you make. Hold on. Where's my phone? I'm gonna take a picture of that face, and it's gonna be the cover art.
Oh God.
Maybe I'll draw a mustache.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, go, please.
So there was school that happened, and there was then I went to school. I did some cleaning. I cleaned a little
Spring
bit.
cleaning, would you say? Today is the first day of spring.
No, it
No,
didn't
it's
happen
not.
today.
It's
If
still
today's the
winter.
first day of spring, I'm upset because it snowed.
No, what's that?
Yeah, we know you, Floridian.
That thing in Boston.
Yeah, that thing in Boston, the big black tar all over the place.
So I went to PAX this week.
I don't believe you.
There was no one there. It was really, really like lonely, but I was there.
Yeah, PAX Baltimore is not real big.
Yeah, unfortunate. So
PAX
there's that.
Baltimore, isn't that MagFest?
Yeah,
I guess that's more DC. But...
except it's not. Yeah, it's not in Baltimore.
And I wrote games in a Google Doc, and then you guys took one of them away from me.
It was because it was a hentai game. It
Are
was.
we like a
It's,
discriminatory podcast, or like can we talk about all video games here?
I don't think
So
I would
let's just
listen
go
to
with
what I would listen to
discriminatory and end it
hentai.
right there.
It was. Oh, I know the hentai that's based off of that game. That I
Yeah.
don't know which came first, the game or the hentai. So that's my
The game was
association
first.
with it. Okay.
The game was first. So we'll talk about it now. I played this game because I lost a bet.
Yeah, Was the bet? Was the bet I couldn't finish fast enough?
No. I bet another one of the healers in my WoW guild that I could out heal him on this fight, and he won by like a little bit. So his punishment for me was I have to unlock all of the scenes in this game. So I have to
Oh
play
my-
through the game 6 times.
God.
Oh,
I'm almost done, and I have to send him a screenshot, like a timestamped screenshot of the screen that has like scene replay, and all of them have to be unlocked.
He needs something to jerk off to, even if it is just a replay
They
button.
just got a save file.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but then I would be cheating.
I was. Just, I
What
mean,
if you
I
ask
was.
me
Is this the
questions?
same person who? Is this the same person who owes you 10K?
No, that guy is an asshole, and no one actually likes him.
And no one really likes him,
Still
so
in the
whatever.
guild?
I don't even think he's still in the guild now. He's not like one of the raiders or anything, just some guy.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's a part of you that seriously enjoys it, Tony, but that's fine.
Actually, I think it's a pretty great novel.
Yeah, about people making an eroge.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Eroge?
No,
Game?
not like that.
Eroge game. Eroge game. Winky
Okay.
face?
Hmm.
Don't wink at the camera.
You mean what Damien likes to play?
Yeah, it's if I could fucking spend money to watch Damien play an eroge visual novel, I would fucking do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Don't even
love
joke.
Because I have this game, right? And it's like really well done in terms of visual novels. So
It's just, it's not gonna
it's
happen.
like fully voice acted and stuff. So yeah.
With like English voice actors.
No.
See, Damien won't play it. He'll be like, "What is this fucking hentai shit?"
Yeah, exactly. It'll be great.
The joke is, it's actually hentai shit.
So here's what you have to do though. You have to make it so all of the main character just record Damien saying those lines, and then dub it over.
I'll clip it out of episodes of Roommates.
Just like think of Sakura Spirit by Game Grumps, and then have Damien be the Game Grumps.
Alright, man. Why aren't we selling this for a profit? All right,
Should.
Exactly.
we need to get into the show. So if that's it, Tony, I'll go.
That's it. That's
We'll-
it. School
we'll finish
and living and cleaning.
All right, I had a really cool week. Since this is bonus content, I don't feel bad talking about it. I did music production on Wednesday. I had Evan was here.
Yeah, it
He
was.
came over at 9 o'clock in the morning
Oh, God.
with these two guys. I had never
Drop
met
some
these.
hot beats.
Yeah, we dropped some. No, we didn't drop some hot beats. But this is a guy. The guy
I
who
can spit
sings.
that hot fire.
Yeah, it was hot fire. No, a guy that sings and his guitar player
Yeah.
came, and then we recorded them doing 3 covers.
Yep.
So I have 3 covers, and they paid me, and I cleaned them up, and I'm going to finish cleaning them up and send them
Cool.
their way. So like
Did you use soap?
I did. I just rubbed it all over their
I
bodies.
thought they killed so.
Did you drop it
They
as
killed Soap. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Harold.
Screw them. They killed Scope.
They killed Scope with a scope. Harold's bringing the IP canon back into the show.
Hey,
Exactly what we needed.
We've been determining. I've been listening to you guys for almost 3 years, since
Yes.
like 80 something
Yeah,
at least.
way back when in the Joe era.
89.
Since way back in '89.
Episode 89, that is.
Oh, 1989.
They were cool guys.
Yeah, they were.
You're in class with one of them.
Yes, I
I
am.
never got the context for this. Are you in like network security class?
I'm in a protecting the virtual office class.
Oh yeah.
To singer.
The dude, he's got a very good voice. Bit of an ego.
Yes.
he's a little ego guy, but
Once you get to know him,
he's a cool dude though. He's not like super annoying about it, and it's good. They were like doing like vocal warm ups and stuff.
which was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I'll post about it on Twitter since I am producing it. I'm pretty proud of how it came out and everything. Or how
So
it's
is this the
coming along.
moment where you go into Ethan's room, knock on his door, like, "Hey, Ethan, I'm gonna make you big. I'm gonna make you a star, baby.
I'm gonna make you a star, motherfucker." No,
and then you ramble about chocolate.
yeah, and then we
Chocolate.
Then we ramble about chocolate. No, I've offered to Ethan before, but he declined. So
Oh,
That's
he's
going to
hiding that
change
talent,
mind.
yeah,
hiding it from the world.
yeah, like I'm not like a big fan of the music that Ethan does, but like that's not really an issue. But yeah, he prefers to produce it on his own.
Okay.
He said
That's smart.
he said that he's like trying to put an album together currently, and that I could produce one of the songs, and that could be like my guest on that album because he wants to get a bunch of different people on it.
What kind of music does Ethan do?
Oh, so it's like the Animatrix.
Yeah, it's like it's exactly like the animation.
Animatrix.
He I don't know. Ethan does a little bit of everything. He does mostly like acoustic stuff. He's done rap covers in an acoustic style that I really do not like at all. But he likes them, so that's what matters. And he does a little screamo, hardcore stuff. So very much all the kinds of music I don't like.
All the music.
He has a very specific style that's just not really my speed.
Alright.
Like
That's
the Wolfenstein of music.
Yeah, he's basically the Wolfenstein, the New Order of music. It works for Greg, but fuck that shit. No. And
You can appreciate the talent, but it's not your bag.
yeah, it's not my bag.
Kind
And-
of like my sister's band.
yeah, I think
My
it's
sister
mostly that.
my sister and her boyfriend are actually in a black metal band.
It sounds cool. I don't like
I
metal
mean,
that much.
it's not quite my thing, but they are very good.
I have a
Yeah,
question. What's the
Yeah.
difference between death and black metal?
I can answer that.
Scott is like a
know.
metal expert, so
Oh, I know. I knew Scott would know this.
please
And it's not Scott, his brother. Does.
keep it relatively brief because I'm almost done. Maybe we can roll.
Okay,
I'm
well, now
genuinely
you make
curious.
this infinitely harder. But I think I can boil it down.
Okay.
Black metal's a lot faster
Mhm.
and a lot, I want to say, harder to understand.
Mhm.
Death metal.
Oh,
just
black
listen to
metal
Death
is
Song.
Black
No.
metal is definitely hard to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically they do a black metal's a lot of speed. In
Just like
everything
that.
they do.
Nailed it.
Death,
I
almost-
essentially,
Ship it.
if
Let's
you
go.
were to
We're
say
done.
that black metal was sped up
One
death
true
metal,
pairing right here.
you wouldn't be too wrong.
I almost asked my sister and her band if they could do a theme for H-Bomb and Friends.
That would be fucking. If you had like a
H-Bomb
black
and
metal
Friends!
fucking theme, that would be amazing. The only other thing that I did this week to end this metal train, I actually got hired to do an article for a website, which I'm super
Sweet.
stoked about. And
It's
I know
called irrationalpassion.com.
It's a rash. I'm not getting paid, and it's just for me. No, Nabashan, I know you had some questions about it.
Sadly, it's a hentai website, but it's something.
Hey, I gave him good material.
Yeah.
I'm just really just curious, like what are you covering?
Yeah.
like how do you even come around to doing this?
Yeah.
So,
Congrats, Alex.
yeah, thank you. So like, you know, with freelance writing, you kind of like send a pitch out, which is an idea for an article kind of boiled down into like how long do you think the article is going to be, as well as like what the article is going to be about and why you should be writing it. And like you attach samples of your writing and then you kind of like send it out to editors of websites or newspapers or wherever. And I've been doing that for like a year. I've talked about it on the show, like we had Jared on a little while back, and he's actually like he is like a staff writer on a couple different websites now, and he's getting paid very frequently for his writing. And so he's like gone off to success. So I've been doing this for a while. I finally like got a perfect pairing. I've been talking to like other freelancers who have gotten published. An OTP, if I may, Tony. And I got picked up. I don't want to say too much in case like it like in the drafting process it doesn't end up going through. But like I sent a pitch out on Monday, or I sent a pitch out last week. I sent a follow up on Monday. And the guy got back to me and said, like, yeah, let's run it. So
I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, I hope it works out.
Good.
I put in my first draft today. It's about difficulty in video games to kind of keep it obscure.
Oh, we've talked about difficulty in video games before.
Yeah.
How many times did you use it? It's like the Dark Souls of.
I have a whole paragraph about Dark Souls in the fucking article, so in the first draft. So, I didn't use it's like the Dark Souls of at any point though. It's really good. I like I said, I just put in the first draft. I sent it to the editor today. I haven't heard back yet. And I think it came out pretty cool, and I'm gonna get paid for it, and it's gonna be cool. So
awesome.
So you're feeling good about yourself now, so you can like actually spread your wings out a little bit more as far as like going to more venturing out for other places.
Yeah, like the best thing is like I said you take clips of like your writing and you put it in places. I can take this sample clip, like this link to this website, and put it in my pitches to other places and be like, yeah, look, I've been paid and published on this website, and you know that gives me more credibility as a writer.
Right.
So, like hopefully this will branch out and I can follow up with this website and keep getting work there, and this will branch out to other places and more opportunities. And once I'm published, you know, in a bunch of different places, like when it comes to
they'll be flocking to you.
yeah, exactly. I've never make that fucking face you did to me. Once like I've been published and worked with editors and know how freelancing works. Applying for an editorial position is gonna just make a lot of sense as like a next step, and everyone knows that's kind of like my next goal. Like that's my
I mean, yeah. When I first met you, you told me you were majoring in video games journalism.
Yeah, this is it, man.
What does that even mean?
What is journalism with
I'm
video
majoring.
game?
You know, I'm a journalism major. I would not consider myself a journalist at all, but there are articles that I would love to write.
Yeah.
That are very journalistic in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Like investigative and going out and interviewing people and talking to people. And if I find a place that wants to run them, I can be like, hey, I'm writing this article for this website and I'd like to interview you, and hopefully I'll get to write them. So we shall see. But that's it. I had a really good week. It was very, very stressful.
That's great.
With all school and everything, but with those two things and getting paid for these two things, it's really
And
cool.
Danny Phantom.
And
But we're
Danny
not gonna
Phantom.
get into that.
Yeah, we've been going for... I wish we'd saved time for that.
I was waiting for you to get to that, but no, you didn't do it, so forget it. Never mind.
I'm sorry. All right. Let's start this real show, since we did 50 minutes of bonus content.
Yeah. Boners content.
I was going to say let's aim to try and finish by 11, but we can do like
That ain't gonna
11:30.
fucking happen.
Yeah, we can... I'll put a soft stop on 11:30, and if I have to stop us, I'll stop us.
Just keep pumping them brakes.
Yeah.
They'll eventually
Ride
stop.
slow.
All right, you guys ready to record? Everybody got their thing on the record
I have
button?
already
Evan?
started recording.
Tony?
Damn it, Tony!
I'm ready to
Fun
record,
fact, it's
Alex.
his test recording.
Okay, on one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I hit record.
Really,
Okay.
Evan? You just
There we
tapped
go.
the table.
I don't know what you're talking about, Alex.
Evan, you know what you should have done? You should have put your hand over Alex's finger when he went to go hit
Yeah,
record.
you should. We should have like hit it together.
I'll be wrapped around your finger.
And then Alex would have freaked out. And then Alex wouldn't have freaked out because you wouldn't have been touching his computer.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. You would have been touching my hand. Stop touching my computer! Alright, I need to blow my nose because this is like a huge booger in my right nostril. It's disgusting.
You know, you could also just blow your nose and then.
Don't say that
Tell
about
us
your
about
face, Alex.
Don't say that about Evan, man. And I'm gonna get a drink and then we can start. So,
Ugh.
Well, if you're gonna get a
Somebody
drink,
drink
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Somebody drink. I'm good.
Alcoholics.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Dang it.
I'll be there for you. All Friends is on Netflix. Evan, get on that.
I haven't been
Friends.
keeping up with the
Who needs
Flash.
Friends.
So Scott,
Huh.
totally killing a Gormagala right now. I've been farming it
Gormagon?
for tails for like fucking forever.
I don't know what that is.
Gormagon?
It's. Have you seen? How far are you in Monster Hunter now?
I did the Europe quest.
So you've done one more quest since last time.
That and then Sensi and I tried out 3 different quests in multiplayer.
Okay. So you haven't really seen much of the cinematic. I was going to reference a cinematic that you've probably seen by now, but you haven't.
No, I haven't. I just got my palette.
Evan, are you
I haven't
ready for
actually
me to
used them
fucking
yet.
give it to you?
I'm ready.
I'm-
I'm
It
ready.
sounds like a
I'm
porno.
ready. I'm
Stop.
ready. I'm ready.
Please, God.
They can't hear me. Damn it.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna try and keep us on a pretty brisk pace, guys. So just a heads up.
I could do that.
Are we
Evan
going
can
to
do
be
that.
drinking iced tea while we do this?
I am going to.
Preferably of the brisk brand.
It took me a
Whoa, that's brisk, baby.
Whoa, that's fucking stupid snowman commercials. Ugh.
That Rocky one was good, though.
The Rocky one was okay, but
Hey,
Okay, I'm back.
Maria.
I like the one where they were like, oh yeah, this is alright, I'll drink this.
yeah, because that's like the most true commercial about brisk. It's like, well, I guess this is fine because it's fucking terrible. Harold, I just said before you got back, I'm gonna try and keep this going at a pretty brisk
But you
pace.
still drink it.
Oh,
You still drink it.
oh, brisk. Yeah, my mom used to get that tea all the time.
Yeah, see, and then we immediately jumped to brisk jokes. Thank you, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Evan.
Huh?
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Okay.
Brisk? What's brisk? I don't drink
It's an iced tea.
Lipton brisk iced tea.
You drunk tea before.
Hey,
Never
I
in your
got
life.
some Crystal Light peach tea from SodaStream right now.
Crystal Light peach tea.
only gets the finest tea.
My father only has us drink little Indian boy blood.
What?
Out of most with monocles.
I'll have a child's mimosa, if you know what I mean.
And the child's jokes begin.
Well, it's not like child's jokes, it's rich jokes just in general. It's the last time I went to Evan's house, his dad comes out in like a full
Brisk,
three-piece
brisk,
suit.
brisk.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Hold on, my nephew's at the door.
Oh.
Brisk.
Damn it!
This gives me time to puff up.
Oh, God. Yo, Alex. How's that weapons demo?
I have not played it yet.
I figured.
Weapons.
I haven't really had time to play anything this week, though, so...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I played a little bit of Rogue Legacy today and DMC.
Are we
Yeah.
doing the show yet? Or...
Navashin had to
brisk,
go.
brisk.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Navashin's brisking. All right. It is Friday, March 20th, 2015, and you're listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I'm Alex O'Neill. With me this week, I have Scott Guthier,
Hey!
Tony Horvath,
Tasty.
Brian Navashin Jackson,
Andy, sweetie. What's that you're drawing? I'm making a map. A map? But isn't that a close-up of my eyes? That's exactly right, Peach. I map your eyes because I see myself getting lost in them.
Joining us this week, I'm not even going to address it. Joining us this week, we have special guest Harold Price.
And this week's Irrational Passions drinking game. Drink whenever Alex says, "God damn it, Harold."
Cheers, my friend. And if you're watching the video version, or if you've heard snickering in the background, and you've been like, wait, what is that wonderful tusked creature before Alex? What kind of walrus man has stumbled into his room? It's Evan motherfucking Wall.
Who's that?
Who's that? Hey, I'm awesome. We did a full, 55 minutes of bonus content before this episode.
Oh yeah, you gotta check it out if you're just listening to the audio. Go back and check it out.
We got 4 viewers right now. Thank you everybody who's watching. Evan, what the fuck? It has been. I told you during the bonus content I was going to give you the shits.
Yes, you were.
It has been 3 months almost since the last time you were on this fucking podcast.
Yep.
Game of the Year, episode 209, I believe.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I mean, he wasn't even here for all of Game of the Year. He just kind of left after 2 of them. He was like, "I'm done, guys. Fuck it."
That's so true. Because Evan's here. I'm here for episode 1. I'm here for episode 2. Then behind the scenes, we're like, Scott's like, I seriously have some serious business, serious things, and I have to go. So we should do episode 5 now. And Evan's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Can we do episode 5 now? And then we did episode 5.
And then Evan left. What a dick.
And then Evan left. You didn't have to go. You just wanted to go.
Oh, you don't have to go.
Don't give me this stupid shit-eating grin that you got going on right here. What's the deal? What's the deal with Evan Wall?
What's the deal? I mean, what's the deal?
Oh my god.
We missed you, Evan.
I know.
I
missed you guys.
You have to work Friday nights.
Yes.
Why?
Unfortunately.
Why did this unnamed grocery chain have to do this to you?
Because they can only work 4 nights a week.
Yeah, because of
Because of
school.
school.
Yeah. And you said you're going to take time off pretty regularly so that you can be on the show more?
Yes.
This is what you told me
Yes.
and the rest of us.
Yes. About once a month, maybe twice a month.
Okay. That's still more than Greg right now, so, that's fine.
Ooh, damn, dropping that Greg hammer.
Boom! And you hear an audio clip of Greg going, yeah! That's one of the noises Greg makes.
Find a clip of it.
But Greg's been fucking pumping. They recorded another Mupp X this week. I don't know what they're doing. They've been
If
moving
I
out.
knew Greg wasn't going to be here, I would have played some Hatsune Miku.
But yeah, we miss you, Evan.
Yeah, I know. I miss
Yeah.
you guys too.
And I think this is the first episode of Irrational Passions that I've been on that Tony has actually been here.
That's not true. We've been on the same episode before.
No, we've done H-Bomb and Friends and Cross Border Gaming together.
It's very true.
I can distinctly remember 3 episodes that you've been on that I've been here.
Yeah, you've been on 70 episodes of Irrational Passions podcast, Harold.
He's an honorary member now.
That's not true.
Okay,
We don't
I'll
fucking
see you
hand that
next
shit out.
We don't?
Like I need to be on another podcast.
we used to, yeah, Harold's going to be on 60 more podcasts by the end of the weekend, so...
I still have 4 I need to edit.
There you go. Have you edited your birthday episode yet?
I haven't finished editing the one before that.
God damn it, Harold. That was a really great show.
Frank!
That's very true. I'm going to play by these drinking game rules. All right. Well, we've got a full house. We just did 15 minutes of bonus content, so we're warmed up. We're all warm and fuzzy on the inside. We all talked about some real shit. I had some cool news. Evan was a loser. Harold had PAX.
Like always.
I'm just kidding, Evan. You're not a loser.
I know.
Oh, whoa! Getting a little cocky over there.
I'm a loser, baby.
And Harold did plenty of singing in the pre-show, and he will continue to do so.
Yeah.
Through the main show. Much to my chagrin. So we're going to get right into it because there's no housekeeping/cleaning. Nothing went up on the website. A new episode of Waffles vs. Pancakes went up. I did it with Ben Riddick because Brant was all like, oh yeah, I had this thing today. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, ask Ben. And then Ben was there. So he's from Ridiculous Rants. Really cool show. Evan's humming into the mic. And
Personally, I'm more of a muffin guy. But pancakes and waffles are okay.
Pancakes and what? See,
muffins,
corn muffin,
waffles,
high five.
pancakes.
corn muffins are dope as fuck.
No, blueberry or nothing.
Oh,
Blueberry
chocolate
or
chip.
get the fuck out.
Chocolate chip and
Cranberry
corn muffin.
orange.
Oh my god.
Cranberry orange.
It's the breakfast bandits all over again.
Cranberry orange muffins, blueberry waffles, and plain pancakes.
And plantains. So Ben and I talked about the Nintendo news, which we're going to talk about in our news section in a little bit. Or a lot of bit, because our game section is going to be really fucking long. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Jarrett. Somewhere out there, Jarrett's like, God damn it. He's like, God damn it, Harold.
Drink.
But that's it. Like that's the only house cleaning that happened. So we're gonna get right into games.
Zelda.
Oh, Zelda. Alex plays Zelda. Shit. By the next week is the last week of Alex plays Zelda.
Finally.
Fucking finally. I think I'm gonna talk about Alex plays Zelda overall next week. Just to like pin end it. It's ending next Thursday, so 2 days after the audio version of this goes up.
It was okay.
It was fucking forget about it, and then that'll be it.
Forget about it.
That's it. Let's talk about video games, guys. If you don't know, Rational Passions Podcast is about video games, and
Really?
And Evan hasn't been on in like 3 months. That's
Video games? What are video games?
If this is your first episode, I'm sorry, as per usual. Who wants to kick us off? I'll go first. I already decided in my head.
In
Go
my
first,
head, in your head.
This week, I've been playing video games. I played Ori and the Blind Forest. I finished Ori and the Blind Forest. Nabishin, you also played this, correct?
Apparently.
Apparently. It's on your list. Did
Yeah.
you play it?
I got the PC version.
Okay. Does it work on your computer?
It does, but I just got to get used to like I got the frame rate. I finally got the frame rate right, but like I had issues with my PlayStation 4 controller working on it at first, and then I finally got that working. And after that whole rigmarole that took about an hour, I was like, I'll play like an hour, and then I stopped. So.
Welcome to PC gaming.
Yep.
Scott, did you play this, or have you not jumped on that yet?
Not jumped on that yet.
Jump
Instead,
on
guess
it.
what I did?
Jump on it.
Did you get Monster Hunter?
Yeah.
Damn it. So I finished Ori and the Blind Forest. I think I did that game a good justice last week. It's my game of the year so far, which I know is like, yeah, a lot of people's. It doesn't mean anything because this year is going to be crazy. There's a lot of great games coming out.
I don't know. Personally, I think it's been a slow year so far.
It has been a slow start, especially with like things, big AAA games like The Order coming out, and a lot of people being disappointed with them. But for me, it's like Evolve and Ori, like 2 games, and Dying Light, like 3 games that I didn't know if I was going to be really into, but I ended up being really into. So I've been like super happy so far this year. I know Evan is just so anxious to talk about all the video games he's been playing.
I am not that anxious.
But yeah, I finished Ori. I think my total game time was about 7 hours, but it didn't include the deaths. And there were a lot of deaths. I think it was like 198 deaths total in that game, because it has like a little number for it. But yeah, that game is fucking fantastic. There is like, they sprinkle in little bits of story throughout that game, like really cleverly, and what they do with it, I really enjoyed. Like the villain is like this big owl, and it's very scary in kind of like a natural way. Like it looks like
Yeah, also it's kind of like Zelda.
Yeah, it's just like Gabora Gabora. No, it's nothing like Zelda.
It looks like it now from the Secret of Nymph.
It did, yeah.
Secret of Nim, I used to love that movie.
It's got like that very, it's got glowing eyes, and the way they portray it, they make it look both like a happy, like a peaceful owl, and like a very scary owl. So I thought that was really cool. That game is like a storybook, and it's done really well. I loved it. I'm gonna probably review it at some point. It's stellar. It's absolutely fantastic. Don't make
Have you
fun
been
of
keeping up with your Tumblr,
not.
bro?
Yeah, I mean, I don't post there every day.
Oh, okay, I didn't know, like, after the streak was broke, I didn't know you were still trying to do every day again.
No,
I
I
was just
am.
curious.
But I am.
It's not priority.
No, like I don't post to Tumblr for every chain link,
Okay.
for my chain.
Okay, I was just...
Yeah, like I'll write like a monthly passions entry for that, or an article or a pitch or something.
Yeah, it's not like he's the Jonathan Mann of games journalism.
I am
Although
not.
I like the fact when I made that tweet, it got favorited by Jonathan Mann, and I didn't even tag him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But that's going well. I'm back up to, I think today will be my 8th day.
Cool.
Since my chain was broken. I've been playing a lot of Rogue Legacy. Like, I don't play long sessions of it. They're usually pretty short.
That's a fun game.
It is, like...
It does look like a very fun game.
Yeah, Evan hadn't seen it before, so I showed it to him today, and he was... Do you think you might go grab that?
Yeah.
I think it's $20. It might be 15.
I think you...
I think it's 15. It might be 10.
It's
Might
like-
be.
It's like 15, I think.
Yeah.
I think you do like a roguelike a year, Alex. At least that's what it seems like.
Maybe. I'd like more, for sure.
Sure, but like there's like ones that you dedicate yourself to. It seems like last year was Binding of Isaac, and obviously the years before that were Spelunky. So it seems like you try to span off and do different stuff like every year.
Yeah, I mean, I like to mix it up. I like to try something new, you know.
And right after this podcast, you're going right back to Spelunky.
I need to get back into, what should we call it? Road Not Taken.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to give that game another shot. But Rogue Legacy, I been chipping away at it. I beat the second boss earlier this week, and then I beat the third boss just today, before Evan got here.
Nice.
And I think I'm like level 157 or something like
I
that.
think it's 50.
Damn.
So I might actually beat it. I know last week I was like, I don't think I ever beat it, but I just play like when I
At
get
this
up.
point, you'll beat it.
I
Yeah.
mean, last week you hadn't killed any of the bosses, so...
Last week I beat the first boss.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, so Alex.
boss.
Yeah.
If you go ahead, if you give, I want to say, the Neo bosses like, several shots,
Yeah.
because like you don't actually lose a life when you go and fight those.
Yeah.
You can attempt them over and over and over again. You give them a shot until you're done with it for that life. You're like, nope, not doing it right now anymore, and you should be able to take down the next few bosses easy.
That is kind of true.
The Neo bosses are ridiculous, except
really- Go ahead.
except for the last levels one. That one's actually kind of easy.
Yeah, so I did the castle, then the forest, then the Maya, because I know Tony and I had talked about it a while ago, and he said that's the order that he did it in, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
that sounds right.
It sounds about right.
So now I'm starting to inch my way into hell, or the depths, or whatever, and I'm just like going through everything and getting tons and tons of gold and leveling up a bunch of times.
Watch out for Yama.
No, is Yama there? He's just hanging out. Got his big. big
Dude, that
little
was a
face.
joke. Don't worry about it.
God, dude, he haunts me. So, I like playing that game for like short sessions. I think that really helps.
Yeah. I don't know. You seem to be less enthusiastic about that game than I thought you would be.
I like it. I don't like. I'm not in love with it. Is the thing.
Yeah,
But-
it's no Spelunky.
Well,
No.
once you finish it, you'll probably be done with it. And like
Yeah.
for that kind
Yeah,
of
I'll
game,
trust
it is completely understandable that once you beat it, you're done with it.
Yeah, it is. It is not like. I think because it is like more roguelite than it is roguelike, and like you're not starting from scratch every time. It is like maybe I don't like it as much because of that. It's really good and I like it. I just I'm not in love with it. And you're right,
Yeah,
Scott. I'm gonna finish it and then I'll be done.
I don't really like that it's built to scale with levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're supposed to you're supposed to die. You're supposed to not actually physically be able to go through that game on your first run through,
Yeah.
simply because you don't have anything, and you're supposed to earn it through deaths and then go do it.
Yeah, I think it would be cooler if you could just do it. You could beat it.
It's possible to, but it's not like reasonably feasible to.
Yeah, because you
Well,
don't
that's
have
what
any
New Game
runes.
Plus for.
Yeah, apparently.
But like, what do you think of the journal entries so far?
I've got all of them. They're funny. I enjoy how dark they get very quickly. And yeah, I'm probably gonna go reread them all before I finish it. But yeah, I like it. Again, Harold, you're right. I'm not like super jazzed about it, but you know, I'm a little late to
It's a
the
good
party with
game.
it. But yeah, I enjoy it. It is a good game. The only other thing I've really been playing. Oh, I can talk about the other thing. But I'll talk about DMC first. I bought the DMC Definitive Edition.
Why?
I really wanted to play that game again.
You had it for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, but I wanted to play it at 60 FPS, and I wanted to buy it because I hadn't bought it before.
Oh, and your excuses.
But I'm really glad that I did buy it. So you know, it's not like it's fucking eating away at me.
Hey,
Also,
they
I
needed the
couldn't
money.
I couldn't play it because Tony has my PS3, so it's not like I could fucking just go and swoop that back.
Well, you could, but...
You
I-
could.
Good.
But
I haven't
that means,
really
so
been
break
using
it
it
and
that much,
take it.
though.
that means I would have to fucking talk to Tony though.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that
of
what
course.
you're doing?
Yeah.
I gotta do that all the time. You have no idea. A few of you.
No, I'm kidding, but I am glad that I bought it. Nabishin.
Yeah, it's a great game.
It is a fantastic game. I liked it more this second time through. Man, that game is so good. Like, it is seriously.
Screw the haters.
Screw the haters, man. It is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely superb. Like, as I played through it again, like I realized like the thing I really like about the game the most is that it does context really well. It contextualizes everything super well. It contextualizes Dante and like the human world and like the levels in the way that they are, how they're like kind of broken out of the real world. And yeah, I mean, as I played through it again, I thought about that time way back when last year when you were like, why did you like the relationship, Nabishin, when you said, why do you like the relationship between Dante and Kat? Isn't that basically the same thing as Blazkowicz and Anya in Wolfenstein? I've been thinking about that a lot as I played through
Did
it
I
again.
say that?
You did say that.
Yeah, because he
Okay,
didn't
I'm
like that
sorry.
relationship.
Yeah.
And then there is a similarity that we all agreed there. And
Yeah,
like,
it's
I agreed even though I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
It's definitely a similarity, but I think what does it for me is the context. Like, Dante is the kind of asshole he is all the time, but Blazkowicz is like this really soft-spoken dude, and then like this night stab Nazi from under bed and like stupid quip one-liner and talks like a sociopath inside of his head, like back and forth constantly. Whereas like there's like a through line. Dante is just Dante throughout the whole game.
Sure.
So it makes every relationship he has way more believable because he's just more believable character. That and like the acting for that game is really good. Like,
Oh, that's
I was-
Ninja Theory. So.
yeah, it was really good. Like, you know, they've used Andy Serkis and all of his incredibleness. Like, they know what they're doing when they're like directing, acting, and motion capture. But yeah, like I was just really happy. Like, right at the end, like, you know, I guess kind of spoilers, but like I'm not gonna go full spoilers, but like you really buy into that Dante thinks of Virgil as a brother. Like
Oh, yeah.
you can see that relationship is like very newly formed, which makes that ending so much better. Because like the acting is so well, and they have such great chemistry, and it's written really well too. So yeah, I just like, man, the context is such a key thing in video games, and I realized that after playing that game, because like you go back to stuff like Star Fox Adventures and Conker's Bad Fur Day, and they're all like, hit the B button, and like just kind of
Do
like
a barrel roll.
yeah, like acknowledging this stuff on the head, and it just like it breaks that contextualizing of everything.
Well, it depends how they do it. Like Metal Gear does that all the time.
Metal Gear does it all the time, and they kind of do it to the side, which makes it a bit better, like through codecs or something. But like it works in Metal Gear. Like they contextualize it in Metal Gear.
Mhm.
And like Conker's Bad Fur Day, for example, I brought that up. Like, you know, when you first talk to the Scarecrow at the beginning of the game, this is a deep pull for some people. Is like, you know, the B button is context sensitive. You know, it's all about the context, and they kind of like address it in so many words, and that's what makes it work. So DMC doesn't have to do any of that because it just, with Limbo and Dante, it contextualizes everything really well. So it got me thinking of like some article ideas about context in games. So it's really cool. I played a little bit of Virgil's Downfall as well, which I had not played before. I played the first mission of that, and I like it. Virgil plays a little weird, but I
you'll
think
get used to it.
yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I like how he's different and has laser swords. I do like the leaderboard stuff on Devil May Cry is all fucked up. Like Nabashin, you're ranked because I played through it on hard mode as well. So I was expecting us to have like the Nephilim, the same like leaderboard rankings, and like Jarrett played through it on hardcore Nephilim, so I could at least like go over to that and reference it. But like you're just ranked on like the last or the leaderboards for 16 through 19. And then, or like 16 through 18, then not 19, then 20, and I'm just ranked on like the first 11, and then not the last 9 or whatever.
I don't see anybody's rank on leaderboard. The only time I see someone's rank is during Virgil's Downfall, but like through the main game though, I don't see anybody's leaderboard. So yeah, that leaderboard's fucked up.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll get that sorted out, but we'll see. It's it's really good. I really like DMC, and I talked to the people from Axiom Verge, and I can talk about the beginning parts of that game if anybody has any questions about it.
Sure, but one more question about DMC, like
Shoot.
that, I just want to hear your opinion about it. Like how much better does that game fucking run now? Like it runs so much better.
It's like it never drops a single frame. It's fantastic.
Yeah, like there's like only one hiccup, and that's when you're about to fight the first boss in the game, and that like the voice sync got messed up right there. But other than that, it's like silky smooth. Like I was like. That's like, like we could complain about like how like we're getting remastered to everything and like from last gen or something like that. But when they make it look that good and make it that much better, like I don't give a shit. Like bring it on.
Yeah, like we'll talk about it later. But like God of War 3 remastered, I'm actually really curious to see what that game looks like at 60 frames per second.
To chime in on that, when I first booted up Kingdom Hearts 2, even though that was a game from 8 years ago. I was like, so far it doesn't look like this needed a remaster. However, because it's Final Mix and they have all the extra shit in, which I found out and made myself eat my own words several minutes after, I was like, yeah, so
Did you have some ketchup to go with those words?
Jesus Christ.
It was actually relish.
Oh.
Because I'm a monster.
Yeah, it helps a lot in Devil May Cry's case. It runs so well, and I feel like I play that game better because it runs better.
So, yeah, definitely.
There's only like going through it again. There's only one level I really don't like, and like seeing it again, which is the fucking furnace level.
Furnace level.
Where like the fire shoots up constantly.
Okay, yeah, that level's dumb.
I don't like that level. One, because it's dumb, but two, I don't like the enemy waves in that level either.
With the enemies do the wave things, there's also the is that the factory level too?
No, it's like the third before last, I think.
Or like anytime there's like platforms everywhere, and like every empty part of the platform is like just shoots fire like every like 10 seconds or something like that.
Is it like is the fire actual fire like red?
Yeah. And it does a lot of damage.
Blanking out.
Yeah, it's the fourth. It's the fourth to last level. It's in Mundus's tower. Yeah, it didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Second time through, I was actually getting frustrated, which the only time I did in that game. So, it's really good. That game's awesome. Super glad. I'm working on my second playthrough right now. So I've played Axiom Verge for review. The review is going to go up 2 weeks from now still. Jesus. Monday the 30th at 8 a.m. Eastern. But I can talk about the beginning of that game if anybody has any questions. Yeah. Most of the stuff I want to talk about is from like later in the game. So like it's
I have no idea what this is still. So
it's a 16-bit Metroidvania in the style of Super
It
Metroid.
looks
kind
pretty sweet.
It is pretty good. I really like it.
I think this is more of just like playing for yourself to like get the experience more than just like asking about it, or maybe just because I'm not that big of a Metroid fan. That's what my standpoint about it. But like I'll wait till the game comes out and try it out for myself to actually like get the gist of it.
Yeah, for sure. If you're a Metroid fan, like you have no excuse not to play this game. It is just like you should play Ori. You should play Axiom Verge. It's really good. I really like it. Again, like most of the stuff that I want to talk about is like from way later in the game. I guess I can hint, like, there's, like, some reminiscent of Fez-like stuff that I really want to talk about, but I can't.
QR codes.
No, I wish there were QR codes. But yeah. So we'll just wait until that's out. I still have, like, a full page of notes. I've already written the review, so that'll be up Monday the 30th, if you're curious to see what I think extensively. And I go into all my likes and dislikes there in pretty good detail. So, yeah, we'll talk about that week, which will be my last week living here, actually, weirdly enough, recording from here.
Are you dying?
I'm dying, yeah. It'll be my last week on Earth. No, my last week recording from my current living situation. And I still have all my notes, so hopefully I'll be able to remember what I want to talk about with that game. That's all I've been playing. That went a little bit longer than I thought it would. Sorry about that.
I could quick fire mine. Like
Sure.
Blueberry said, DMC, and I already made my. We already spoke about that. Oriented by Force. That game looks amazing. I just need to get that game running. It runs. I finally got it running on my PC. It's just a matter of me playing on it. But like, it seems silky smooth and everything. And I can't really give a good judgment on it. I only played an hour of it, but like, it seems really cool. I just think, I like the only really big thing I can say about that game is like it's the best looking game. I think for these next gen consoles, personally.
It's definitely up there, yeah.
Yeah, I just think it has like great animation the way it looks, and I'm like a huge fan of animation. So like,
Me too.
when I see something really good, I have to point it out, and that game looks amazing to me. And the only other thing I've been playing is Mass Effect. I've been playing that mostly on stream, but I've been slacking for the last few days because of work and just not having energy for it. But like, if you want to know where I'm at Novaria. I already did Pharaoh, so the Vermine mission just came up. So like, we're going through slowly. Big shout out to Blow Jackson who kept me company one time to one of the nights that I streamed. We just geeked about Mass Effect for about 2 hours or something like that. We just talked about it like nonstop, and fuck you, Alex, for getting me on this Danny Phantom hype. And
Dude, that was so great. Like, I was
that.
nerding out in the chat when you were streaming, and I was just like talking to you. And then as soon as you're like, "Fuck it, I can't do this anymore," I was like, "Yes!" Yeah. I only had one day of that because I was so busy this week, but I'm gonna watch more this weekend.
What, are you just gonna binge the show?
Yeah, I watched almost all
I'm
the
in.
first season. Yeah, I watched almost all the first season already, so that show's so good, man.
I never figured out how that show ended.
It's got a good happy ending, so
Yeah.
feel good ending.
Before we move on, because that's all.
Have an actual ending.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Fucking
It's
okay.
really
It's
decent.
more than you could say for most shows.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I just wanted to, cause that's all the games I've been playing, but I just wanted to ask Alex a real quick question. Like, since like we have this like shared fandom of Danny Phantom, like, what's your thoughts on Kim Possible? I'm just curious.
I really like Kim Possible. I really wish I had watched more
Call
of it.
me, beat me if you want to reach me.
All right. We know where you stand now, Evan.
I can vote, but
If you ever get around to watching that, like, just like binge that show too. If you ever find a way
See-
how to, I don't know how. But
Is it just me, or does Dr. Draken look like Freakazoid?
He does. He totally does. But I love it. Because I watched
Not
maybe...
that I've seen much of Kim Possible, but
I've seen maybe like a total of like a season and a half of episodes. I think they're like 4 seasons. And the movie.
Just a decent amount, yeah.
And the
4
movie's
seasons
awesome.
of the movie.
Pretty much.
Like, I feel like that's like the female version of like Danny Phantom, just
It
like
totally
you know,
is.
without the superpowers, but like it's super decent, and I highly recommend you just check it out if you ever get around to. Like, I'm not trying to throw it down your throat,
Yeah.
but like if you ever get around to.
I fluctuated between like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and Disney. Like there were times where I'm like I exclusively watched Cartoon Network, and that was like late '90s. You know, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Superman and Batman the animated series,
and Nettie.
and then it was like a little bit of Disney, and then Nickelodeon, pretty much until I was a teenager. And I stopped watching cartoons because I became old and jaded.
Yeah.
Because we're still on this tangent. Nobs, did you ever get around to watching Gravity Falls?
Fuck no, man. Oh, I need to do
You
that.
gotta do
Thank
that.
you for reminding me. Yeah, I will.
You got
That's
it.
actually a great show. I need to do that.
Oh, I'm not actually familiar with Gravity Falls.
Fucking screw all the other stuff we were talking about. You gotta watch Gravity Falls.
Is it good? Is this like a modern Cartoon Network show?
Yes.
Modern Disney show.
Oh, it's a Disney.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, but it is really good.
Okay.
I heard really good stuff about it.
I think I have heard good stuff about this. All right, yeah, I'll add that to my list. I'm like really excited to get back into cartoons. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now. I haven't sat down and watched cartoons in way too fucking long.
Good luck. I mean,
I miss
networks
that.
don't have Saturday morning cartoons anymore. And that's,
I know.
No, I miss that so much.
Thank God for this digital era where I can go on Amazon Instant Video and just watch all of Danny
It's
Phantom.
just not the same, though.
I miss Saturday morning.
It's not.
It's
But
not.
at the
I still
same
like it.
time, Billy and Mandy when I got home from school was all right too.
Oh yes,
So,
Billy and
I
Mandy.
do that.
I am so old.
All right. Well, let's get off this tangent. Is that all you've been playing, Option?
Yeah, it is pretty much everything. I got Mario Party 10, but nothing happens with it yet. So
Yeah. Are you at least excited to play it?
yeah, like I said,
I'll play with you.
that I'm spending the night. Not spending the night. It's not a sleepover or anything. But I'm going over to Mark and Katie's, and we should be doing that. We might stream it, we might not, but I don't know. I'm dedicated to like playing that game with them, so I can actually hang out with them more often and be have just a good old time with them.
Yeah, I would love to see you play Bowser Party where you're Bowser and you just ruin their fun time and be like, "I'm a good friend."
That's Mario Party in general.
Yeah, very true. If you do stream it, I would love to watch.
Nah, what you got to do is Luigi and purposely have yourself 2 paces behind one of the other people.
I don't
You're
want
all
to say anything
one
about
Mario!
that.
Mario!
Evan,
Yeah,
what video games have you been playing?
Battlefield 4.
Okay, what's the update with Battlefield 4?
Is it
They're
still
making a
broken?
community-made map.
Really?
Yeah, you can vote on like right now you're only voting on like the train type, and then you can vote on like the different things that they're gonna have with it.
So like an AC-130, like that one map?
Well, no, I think it's more like train and territory. Type.
Train, the band?
Terrain.
That was a dope joke. Don't worry about it.
Me, Virginia.
People are saying that you're very quiet, Evan. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's just letting you know.
I'll speak.
Hi, Adam.
Yeah, Adam's watching.
Hi, Adam.
We got some emails too from people. I'm
I
excited.
like your song.
Emails.
Yeah, so Battlefield's doing that.
Are you excited about this?
I am very.
So you still play Battlefield 4 on the reg?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Do you
then-
play with Greg all the time?
No. I have not
Awkward time.
talked to Greg since the last time I've been on this show.
See, you missed it, right? Well, I mean, you saw some of it, but like the next 3 episodes or whatever we recorded, Greg just got a little tipsy and like more and more. I don't give a shit, man. And you can totally hear that if you listen to those episodes.
But yeah, they're doing that. I think they're adding another battle, not battle pack, but another set of maps, which is interesting.
Maps
They've added
after the season pass, so
Yeah. and they're
so they can charge everyone for it again,
yeah,
and you'll buy it.
yeah. they added a couple new game modes. I forget what they are, but it's basically the game modes are a combination of the other game modes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Battlefield 4 is still cool.
Yeah.
Still awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Still fun.
Still awesome. Was
More
it
than
more
fun.
awesome?
So, all right. So while we're in the middle of this, Evan, I'd like to address something. I've been waiting, just fucking in bated breath. What is this? This fucking shenanigans in your Twitter bio about @TeamPwnage?
Oh,
And not even a wink of a mention of @IrrationalPod, that podcast you've been hosting, or kind of hosting, for fucking going on 5 years.
I had it up there and I changed it.
Why?
I changed it. I don't remember why I changed it, but I forgot to put Irrational Passions back in there. And then
No, I said something. I have a screenshot on my desktop of Evan's Twitter bio that does not say anything about Irrational Passion.
Is that your wallpaper?
That's my wallpaper. That's my wallpaper. Huh?
Evan wallpaper.
wow,
God damn it, Alex.
So what the fuck is Team Pwnage?
it's the team I play with.
Oh, do you
on Battlefield.
podcast with them too?
No,
No, I swear, baby, don't misinterpret this. Are you fucking like, oh, it's Tuesday night, time for @TeamPwnage podcast? I totally warned you in the pre-show. You can fucking watch the video of it. That I was gonna give you some shit on this show.
Yes, you did.
How is that different from any other show, though?
So I'm gonna read you the Team Ponage description: gaming community of casual gamers.
Yeah.
And sponsors are Pwn Gum, Nifty Customs, Little Big Pup, Custom Config. I'm just giving these people free airtime. So, like, what the fuck's up with? Is this like a streaming group? Do they stream?
No. I mean,
Too
some
bad you
people-
couldn't
some
get
of
that
them do, but
bone meal endorsement.
I
Yeah.
forget. I totally forgot how I found them, but I think it was through Retroids. I think.
It was magic.
It was bad.
Ho, 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 it's
It's
magic!
Wow, but it was through Retroids, and one of the members was on Retroids, and then that's how I found them.
He was on Retroids, and he was getting real Retroid rage.
But anyway,
I'm sorry. And it's VG Evo now.
whatever it is, it's
Again.
Jesus.
Evo Retroids. It's
That's all the same thing.
yeah. So they were on. One of them was on there, and then so I was looking for a group to play with because you never played with me.
You never ask. You've never texted me saying, like, hey, Alex, want to play video games? Ever in my life. Ever. I feel neglected. This relationship's about me.
But yeah, and then they're a nice group of guys.
All guys, no women? Oh, I see, so they're sexist.
There are. I haven't encountered any women, but there are some.
Okay. Okay. Alright, I'm done teasing.
He just hasn't encountered any of them yet.
It's these random encounters, they're so unbalanced. Okay, what else have
Pokemon
you...
used Run.
Yeah, it's super effective. What else have you been playing? Minecraft.
Yes.
You still play Minecraft.
A little bit, yes.
Did you know, according to Starbomb, that Minecraft is for everyone?
Really?
I showed you that song today.
Well, my 14-year-old cousin CJ loves Minecraft.
Yeah, Evan is basically a 14-year-old cousin, so... What do you, like, do you still manage, like, a server in Minecraft?
No.
You just play for fun?
Basically.
You want to give me...
That's basically it.
Okay. I play for fun! Awesome!
And to break up my schoolwork.
Okay, okay. Now we'll get to the meat and potatoes.
God.
The last game on Evan's list. 3 games. Evan promised me his 3-word thoughts on this. He's been hyping this up ever since I made that joke earlier.
Drumroll, please!
Tell me about Battlefield Hardline.
It's awesome.
Oh, God. No, is it
That's
legitimately
2
awesome?
words.
That's...
But 2
I
of them
feel
were combined,
cheated.
so like, come on.
It's not as awesome as I thought it was going to be.
Okay. Ooh, intrigue. It's not as awesome. I'm actually really excited.
I thought it was gonna be more
Everything is
open.
awesome except Battlefield Hardline.
Which is only not so awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more open world than it was.
Is it more linear than you thought it would be?
Yeah,
So,
a lot more.
like, so, you know, we played the beta way back last year,
Yeah.
and I imagine the game has changed a lot since then.
Yes.
Since
Are you
that was-
talking single player or multiplayer, Evan? I'm just
I'm
curious.
talking about single player at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
But
You haven't finished the single player?
I just finished it today.
Okay, so then you haven't played any multiplayer.
I played 1 match.
Okay. What do you think of the single player? Because they were like, hey, we're going to make a story, and we're going to have actors, and we're going to have that one guy from Bones.
Yeah, I looked at the quick look for it, and it's strangely intriguing, but not really in the good kind of way, but like just like in an interesting type of way. Like I want to see it through, but like I don't know if it's actually good or not.
Yeah, so
Story is typical.
is it? It's funny because you and me
Typical.
are just.
Oh man, that's a new word for Evan.
It is. It's so typical.
It's like
You and me are shills for detective dramas. We
Yeah.
watch like 1,000 of them when we nerd out about
yeah.
them
Oh, yeah.
off mic. So like this is basically that, right?
yeah, but it's. Do you mind if I have spoilers? Are you guys
Guys,
interested
are we
in
really,
playing-
really worried about Battlefield Hardline spoilers on this podcast?
Evan, no spoilers.
I'm just worried. 'Cause
No, go. You're fine.
Okay,
Spoiler warning for Battlefield Hardline.
so there's only 10 episodes,
Okay. Is it set up like a TV like drama episodic type thing?
kinda, sorta.
Mhm.
But anyway, so like the first 4 or 5, you're a good cop, and then you're set up for a drug deal gone bad, basically,
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of money's missing, and they point the finger at you.
So you get framed for a job that wasn't your thing.
Yes.
So you got to go rogue.
Yes.
Rogue,
you get in jail for,
rogue.
You go to jail for 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
Is like the next 4 episodes you doing paperwork?
No.
Phil Kohler made that joke on Twitter. It was the fucking funniest
thing.
thing.
So fast forwards 3 years, and I don't know when it happened, but you moved to LA.
Okay.
I have no idea how that happened.
they don't.
But then the next thing you see is you're in LA.
Okay.
But
Los Angeles 3 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so your boss and your partner are all dirty. All the cops in your department were dirty.
They're so dirty.
So you're going.
So
out
you're
to
telling
pay
me
the
that they killed Soap, but now they need him.
Yeah, they need soap.
Yes, Scott.
Wink.
But anyway, then like the first 3 episodes, like I said, were just you doing good things, and then you're dirty now because they made you.
Yeah, you are.
They set you up. So
Yeah.
So like the next 4 or 5 chapters are you trying to go out and kill or bring to justice the dirty cops.
No, you're killing them. You
Basically.
were murdering them.
Yes.
So it's like the kind of like the Bad Boys 2 plot,
Yeah.
if anyone's familiar.
And it's just
Woosah.
I was so disappointed because I thought it was going to be more open world.
But like they're kind of like proponing that idea for multiplayer, not for single player. The single player was supposed to be like a story that you actually were supposed to give a shit about.
And then I thought there was going to be more driving.
Mm.
There's like no driving.
Mm.
There's driving
I
at
was
the
really
beginning,
disappointed.
sorta.
There's driving in the beginning, yeah. All right, so single player overall disappointing, which is weird because that seemed like actually the most interesting part about that game.
Yeah.
Visceral.
Yeah, Visceral did that.
It was boring.
I'm sorry that it was boring.
The
What
way
about
they did it though was a little interesting. They gave you levels and.
Do you like to change the pace?
So
it felt the same to me, like.
But you were leveling up and like getting new weapons and stuff.
Yeah, with the levels.
Huh.
And then like when I went to play Battlefield 4 story, it felt basically the same. Like, oh, I'm doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Running around, driving tanks, shooting people.
I feel like it's one thing.
First-person shooter, yeah, that's what you get.
Yeah,
But this, like, I'm not. Yes, it's a first-person shooter.
but you can do things in a first-person shooter that are actually interesting.
Yes.
And it's funny because I've been having this thought a lot recently with what I've been hearing about the campaign. I've heard the most from you now. But like, why are all military first-person shooter campaigns the same? Like, it's weird. They're all
like that. That's what I meant by my statement.
Yeah. I know what you meant, Scott. But like, you know, like BioShock Infinite comes and does something weird and different and interesting. And it's like, this is cool, but it's even more cool because it's not just another fucking first-person shooter campaign.
Yeah.
And that's why Dishonored is, like, extra cool for that as well.
Yep.
And it's... And, yeah, Wolfenstein even is like, we're going to do a military shooter, but, like, we're going to pay attention to different things, and we're going to try and make it interesting. And even though I felt more kind of like, this is boring of Wolfenstein than most people did, I could recognize that it was at least trying something different.
Yeah, exactly.
The story was interesting, just the way it went, like, the storyline, but the way they played it out was boring.
Yeah. That's such a bummer. Because, like, it looks like, you know, they got actors and stuff for it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's like, oh, hey, they could do something really cool with this, and then they don't.
Yeah.
There is... So, like, I have a lot of political problems with Battlefield Hardline coming out at all, but I'm not going to bring that on this show. But I was watching The Flash with Ethan a couple days ago, and we're sitting in the living room, and, like, that live-action Battlefield Hardline commercial comes on, of, like, it's live-action, these dudes, like, robbing a bank, and, like, cops, like, shooting people, and I'm like, Ethan, are you with me? I'm like, this looks like the worst commercial to ever have ever. And he's like, I don't know anything about this game, but this is not alright.
And then, even speaking about the commercials, like, I thought there'd be, like, a couple bank robberies or something more interesting than you going... shooting up the bad guys, arresting some of them, and leaving.
That's it.
It was basically you in a house, shooting the bad guys.
Corridor shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was...
What about the multiplayer match? What did you play?
I played Conquest Large.
So it's the exact same Battlefield mode.
Basically,
But it was like a city environment, you
Yes.
know. Was it better because of that? More vertical and stuff, like they were saying it would be?
With the match I played...
Mm-hmm.
It was really one-sided.
Yeah. I mean that's kind of to be expected in this kind of like first week, but all right. Did you enjoy it at least?
Yeah, it was fun. But they
Typical.
but they really only stick you with one gun at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I don't like it.
It's not interesting.
Yeah.
What about the stealth portions of it? Did you not dig that?
The what?
The stealth parts of the campaign?
Oh, the stealth part of the campaign. That was good. I like that. That was.
You know,
That's
like you
surprising.
sneak up behind people and like freeze them, and so
Yeah.
you won't have to actually shoot them. And yeah, that seems
the last
interesting.
chapter,
Hmm.
like episode 10, whatever you want to call it, chapter 10, whatever.
Episode.
Episode.
Whatever. You're sneaking up on your former captain,
Mhm.
trying to take him down. And you have
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
exactly.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what you say to him.
but there's like these different little like points where you have the enemy guard, I guess, like walking around, and you can arrest him, shoot him up, whatever.
Shoot him in the face, like
And I went through
90% of the players did.
I went through most of the whole map arresting the people instead of shooting them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's actually kind of cool that they give you that option.
Yeah, it kind of Metal Gears it a little bit.
Yeah. Fulton them out of the fucking building.
But they give you so like the ammo in that game is ridiculously low.
Scarce.
Not scarce, but like you'll get a gun from the ammo crate and you'll get 3 clips with one already in the chamber. Like 3 clips with 1 clip already in the
So
gun.
are you using like pistols primarily or stuff? Because you're a cop.
Well, you have that choice.
Well, no, they give you assault rifles just like any other first-person
Yeah,
shooter.
They
Yeah.
do sniper rifles and shotguns, and you can pick stuff up off the ground. But like when you get them out of like your supply crate, they give you 3 clips and one's already in the gun. That's it. Until you come up to another supply crate and refill it. But
Yeah.
it's like, what am I going to do with 3 clips going against all these guys with fully automatic guns and unlimited ammo?
Yeah. Okay. One last question, Evan, that I have. Other people might have some more. Does this still just feel like a Battlefield 4 mod?
Yes.
Yeah, it fucking still looks like it. Is it 32 on 32? Or 16 on 16?
I don't know.
I think it's 32.
Yeah, it has to be. Right?
There's different modes, but I think the one I was playing it was 32.
Yeah, if it was Conquest, then it would be. All right, any other questions for people?
Nope.
I'm sad. Are you going to keep at it?
I'm going to play multiplayer a little bit, but
I think
Hashtag
it's
Great was
selling.
right.
It's like,
No.
screw the foundations of selling.
Never.
Go back game and
Never.
it's sold.
Although we have to write that down as a title. Just so we can say it's not the title. Hashtag Greg was right is what Navashin said. But I'm sad that the campaign was disappointing.
yeah, they could have done so much with it. Like, I was looking forward to driving around in a cop car, flashing my lights, pulling people over.
I don't remember. Was I with Greg on this one? I think I was.
I think you were.
Yeah.
I was the kind of the denier. I was kind of,
Optimistic.
I was optimistic about it.
I would like
You see,
to
I
see
think
something
Greg
like-
and I were all for the Rainbow Six one.
Yes.
I would like to see them do something like Grand Theft Auto-ish,
Mm-hmm.
like
Evan.
open world, and then like the story mode
Evan.
like that, but keep it the same story mode in.
In an open world.
Yeah, keep that
Yeah,
same story,
Evan.
but just an open world.
Yeah.
Hear me out on this one. Sell this game.
Here we go.
Hold on to the money just for a little bit.
Get Bloodborne?
No, he would not like that at all.
I know.
Wait for Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
The Siege.
I'm not a very big Rainbow Six fan.
But you even said that the Siege looked cool.
I don't remember.
That was the one where they were like storming into the house. trying
If
to save the
Hardline
hostages.
looked appealing to you, I would think that the Rainbow Six would be up your alley. This specific one.
We gotta start talking about what we're gonna do for E3 also. By the way.
Battlefront.
E3.
Yeah, get
I-
Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah,
Really? It's made by the guys that make Battlefield,
I know.
and
It's Star Wars.
the idea of it is amazing.
I know.
And Battlefield Hardline wasn't broken. Huh?
no, it wasn't.
I
actually.
love
It
that
actually
this
was
this
not broken.
the subtitle of
Oh
all
my-
the reviews
I
was just
know!
like it
That was
works.
Ridiculous.
It's
It works.
yeah, it's like it's the saddest but most accurate thing you can say after reviewing another Battlefield game after 4. It's just like
It works.
I can't believe it works.
Didn't they delay it though?
Yeah, they did. They delayed it from. It was supposed to come out last November, October, and they delayed it to March. So.
And that's why it works.
Probably, or they were kind of like redesigning it, or they were just trying to push it further away from Ferguson. But either way, brace. That's all, Evan.
That's it.
That was
That's all I've
interesting.
been playing.
You brought a good discussion to the table, though. Appreciate it. Whenever you're on the podcast next, I'm curious to hear what you think when you've sunk your teeth.
The next time you play a new game, come on.
Well, I can tell you a little bit more about the multiplayer, but it's basically buy everything you need.
So it's kind of like Counter-Strike. You could buy stuff beforehand.
If you had the money, yes. But you literally have to buy every single weapon that you want.
Yeah,
and it's really annoying.
That's Counter-Strike, man.
I don't like it.
But in Counter-Strike, you should buy per match. Like you don't get like a total.
I don't.
Harold, it's time to talk to you. So you have a lot of pack stuff. So I'm gonna ask you to keep the pack stuff shorter.
Okay, why don't I start with the other games and then talk packs?
Okay, that works.
Pokemon Shuffle.
Yeah, that I downloaded that actually.
Yeah.
You download it by itself.
I am on the last level.
There's levels in that?
Yeah, I am on the final stage against Mega Mewtwo. Why?
Mega Mewtwo Y.
Yeah.
Why?
Why? What am I? Anyway, that's what he says at the end of the stage. So for people who don't know, Pokemon Shuffle is free to play.
Free to play. Candy Crush Pokemon.
Candy Crush Pokemon, yeah. And it has microtransactions, correct?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I've put a few bucks into it, but mainly that's just at the points where I've gotten stuck. There's a little bit extra power-ups or just an extra opportunity.
Well, hopefully you'll have plenty more Nintendo games with microtransactions in your future, so that's what we'll talk about in the news.
Okay, Adventure Bar Story.
Mm-hmm. Adventure Bar Story, never heard of it.
That is a 3DS eShop game that was a port of a mobile game.
Okay.
It's part restaurant sim, part JRPG.
What? Okay.
You're a chef at this tavern, and you're trying to stay in business after rivals tried to force you out, and you're hunting down all your materials yourself. You're fighting your battles. You get materials. Of course, you can also buy materials from shops, and you collect recipes and you make stuff.
Huh.
And you sell it.
Okay. So it is like kind of like a
And you compete in contests. Yeah.
It's cool. Is it like is the bar sim stuff kind of like all the restaurant sims you've ever played before?
I haven't really played any restaurant sims before. I guess that one Diner Dash or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, not quite like that. It's just menu based.
Okay.
You set a menu and people buy.
Okay.
I mean, that's it. I mean, it's very JRPG-ish. Play a little bit more Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy Curtain Call. Actually, I had to rebuy it after I lost the card at PAX, along with Fantasy Life and a couple DS games.
Sad that you lost Fantasy Life. That game's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's your argument for the digital future.
Yeah. I'm glad that I get most of my 3DS games and my Vita games digitally.
I think Vita, I'm all digital.
Yeah.
Even consoles, I'm mostly digital now.
I have literally 2 physical Vita games.
Yeah. There's actually 2 free DLC tracks this week on Theater of the Final Fantasy Curtain Call.
Oh, cool. What are they? What games are they for?
I don't know. I think one's from Final Fantasy Legend 2.
Oh, wow. Deep pulls.
Yeah, I mean, they've got... I just wish Square Enix would hurry up and announce a North American localization for Theater Rhythm Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I think that is...
Who knows, maybe it'll pop up on the next Nintendo Direct whenever that happens.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll definitely come, though.
I hope so. Played a little bit of the Jackbox Party Pack.
Okay. What'd you play?
Well, mainly I tried to start a game myself on Twitch. Couldn't go, so I was just looking on Twitch for streams, and I was playing along. Did a little bit of Drawful, a little bit of Fibbage.
Cool.
And I think that's an awesome approach to multiplayer.
Yeah, I am like way down for like if, for example, Mario Party picked up on the whole use your phone as a controller.
Yeah.
That
Who
would be
knows?
super
Maybe
amazing.
the story that we're going to talk about later will lead to that.
Maybe, or at least Mario Party on the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
But yeah, the only real problem though is lag. And I mean, like, you don't know Jack is impossible to play this way.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. That's the one that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear Fibbage and Drawful are workable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very fun to play. I think I need to start a regular Jackbox stream.
Yeah,
A weekly stream.
I've been hearing more and more about people, like, we talked about it on your birthday show of H-Bomb Friends, which still isn't out yet, so you still can't hear it, I guess. But, like, jumping into streams...
I've had computer issues.
Yeah. Well, that makes it more forgivable. Yeah, but that's a really cool way to just, like, stream out a game, and then people watching can come and join. We did that during Extra Life with Otter Fiend.
Yeah, I wish I could have done that with you, but I was streaming at the same time.
That's what Amy's doing for Extra Life this year.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of that kind of stuff.
Hey. Although technically that's still playing a game, I could have just told people to go to your stream and I'll be playing too.
Yeah.
Like anybody went to my stream.
You know, we didn't get like a ton of viewers either, but we had fun.
Yeah.
We
Let's
did as many as last year.
Yeah.
But
now,
I mean,
Navishin's building our numbers up again.
But yeah, Jackbox makes good games, and a little bit more on Jackbox later.
Okay.
Rock Band 3 and Rock Band Blitz, because frankly they're like Evan and Battlefield.
Yeah. As he plays something on his phone right now, like I can see you playing.
It's probably
something.
Minecraft.
It's tiny planes, pocket planes.
Pocket Blades.
You are the only human being left on Earth that plays pocket planes.
But yeah,
It's a mindless game that I can play while waiting for class.
The week of PAX, they actually released... Oh, guys, I'm trying to talk here.
I'm sorry, I had to Disco Zoo Evan.
Damn it! God damn it, Alex!
Alright, should I drink that? Yeah, that works. Free DLC released the week of PAX,
right up, which was part of the Rock Band 4 announcement. Frank Turner, I still believe, available for free. And I didn't mention it on the pre-show, but at the Harmonix party, he actually played. He's awesome. Put on an awesome show.
That's really cool.
Oh, Plank fan on Twitter, really big Frank Turner fan. He was really jealous.
Yeah.
I had actually never heard of him until the day that the DLC was announced, but he put on an awesome show.
Yeah, I've heard of Frank Turner. But
and Mario Party 10.
So did you play Mario Party 10?
I played a couple rounds of Amiibo Party with Luigi and Bowser.
Your Amiibo friends.
Yeah.
As he
watching
for people watching the video, Harold is holding up both his Smash Brothers and Mario Party.
No, these are just my Mario Party. But here, Mario Party Bowser.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, Alex. There's a big difference, man.
I'm so fucking sorry.
Yeah,
right
you can't really tell from this image, but the Mario series, they're bigger. They're more colorful. The Smash Brother ones are a little bit more dark. I mean, the Luigi Smash Brothers, you're in total death stare here.
You gotta play with that
laugh or yawn?
That was both. You gotta play with that like darker timeline that is Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
It's the darkest timeline. Yeah, Harold, you own every amiibo ever, right?
I did not get Gold Mario, but it's a variant. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it's bullshit. See people posting on
But
Facebook,
yeah.
being like, "Look at my Gold Mario! Bidding starts at $10,000."
I got 4 from the Mario set right now. Toad and Yoshi are on the way.
Cool.
High five.
Harold, why do you buy all the amiibos?
I have a problem, Alex.
You're just like, listen, fuckface. I know I have an issue. Let's not bring it up.
It's Nintendo, and it's. I mean, had gotten into the Skylanders and the Disney Infinity. Mm-hmm. It's like that, only it's Nintendo!
So you have to buy it. Harold Nintendo does, he doesn't Nintendo don'ts. People.
Yeah, something like that.
Indeed, yawn. Yay. I'm
a Nintendoer. I mean, it's Nintendo and Harmonix are my Battlefield and Minecraft.
There you go. Fair enough. No, you know what? I appreciate that you committed to it enough that you were like, no, I'm gonna fucking get all of them. So I'm
and
waiting.
Villager and Rosalina were not easy.
Nabishin got a Rosalina. I heard that was a challenge.
I got mine was actually a Rosetta and Chico.
You imported it.
Yeah. And a Kurabito.
God damn. All right.
Okay, let me talk about the games I played at PAX.
Is Mario Party 10 cool?
It's cool from what I played.
Okay.
At PAX, Amplitude.
What is Amplitude? Is it just like Rock Band Blitz?
It's got well, there are more lanes, and it's 3 buttons instead of 2. Have you played the original Amplitude or Frequency?
I have not. No.
Yeah, I mean that Rock Band Blitz was kind of an evolution of that, and this is kind of a back to basics approach. But the thing is, you're trying to lock in tracks. So it's not like Blitz where you jump back and forth. But one thing I want to say, the game's not even out yet, and they're already releasing patches.
Pre-release patches.
See? Of course, if you're just listening to the audio, you won't get the joke. But yeah, part of their swag.
He's holding up a patch.
They actually passed out patches.
Harold always brings that high-quality video content for our viewers.
Okay.
Where normally it's just me.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, the Harmonix booth was the first place I went on the floor the first day. So I picked up some Rock Band 4 swag, I played Amplitude, both the single and multiplayer demos. I do have one problem with the multiplayer. That everybody is at the same level, and I kept getting ganged up upon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That happened.
I'd probably see myself playing more in single player anyway. Especially since multiplayer is local only.
Okay.
But yeah. And probably my game of the show, if it were actually a game, would be Harmonix Music VR.
Yeah, I heard about this. It's like VR music.
Well, this is also my first time with an Oculus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, it's not so much a game as it is a music visualizer. There are things you can turn your head at and look at, and it turns into something else, and it's really awesome. And actually, the song I did my demo to was "I Still Believe." I guess I was just still on that Rock Band 4 high.
It was just reminding you that all of your belief is... We know it. All your belief is exclusively what led to Rock Band 4 coming. And like I said, if you answer that
I didn't even mention that story on the pre-show. Like,
Rock Band
I
4.
was on a plane.
I was tweeting
when that
you.
announcement came.
Yeah.
That announcement happened, and if it wasn't for And if it wasn't for JetBlue's in-air Wi-Fi, their Fly-Fi, I wouldn't have known about it until I landed in Boston.
Yeah. I'm glad that you did have in-air Wi-Fi because it just wouldn't have been fair.
But, yeah, I mean, it did keep me from screaming out, "Holy shit, they're doing Rock Band 4!"
That was around the reaction we expected. When I told everyone last week that you were on a plane when it was announced, or 2 weeks ago, I guess now.
Yeah, 2 weeks yesterday.
Yeah, no, I was glad. I was tweeting you. I was making sure that you knew it was happening. You were watching that announcement and stuff.
But yeah, I was watching the little trailer, their little mini documentary that Russ Pitts actually did that, formerly of Polygon, his company. Let's see, some of the other games I tried. Move or Die.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the title was. It's kind of remind me of a cross between WarioWare and Battle Block Theater, if that makes any sense. Essentially, it's just a bunch of mini games where you have a certain goal, whether it's to claim as many blocks or to stomp your opponents or go through a maze or something. Wake up, Evan.
I'm awake. I'm
just
playing Disco.
Evan's playing Disco Zoo, and I just reached over and just started tapping on his phone screen.
But that's it. Also, Tumblestone.
I think I heard about Tumblestone, actually.
Yeah, it's a 4-player competitive puzzler where you're matching you're matching tiles in sets of 3, and there's really only one right way to do it, and if you get stuck, you got to start over, and it's a competitive race. And it is coming to a whole bunch of platforms. I'm going to get it PlayStation, Cross-Buy, 3, 4, and Vita. Let's see. What else was there? Centris, which I did get the early access on Steam. I haven't played it lately, especially with my computer issues. So yeah, when I played the demo at PAX, it was a whole different experience. It had grown up quite a bit. Samantha Coleman has definitely put some work into it. It is awesome. And of course, that same week before PAX, they announced it's coming to PS4.
Oh, cool.
So this is the year of the music game.
How awesome is it?
The year of the music game. It's pretty darn awesome. But yeah, this is the year of the music game between Amplitude, Rock Band 4, Centris. Hopefully I can get some Theater Rhythm Dragon Quest too.
It's like 2010 all over again.
Yeah, maybe one more game will sneak in there and I'll have a top 5 that's nothing but music games.
It's always Guitar Hero, Harold.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, there's the sentiment.
Gunsport, I think that's the name of it. It's kind of like volleyball with guns.
Sounds like something Evan would actually enjoy.
It was actually
like the kind of nonsense that I would enjoy.
Yeah.
It was actually at the Iron Galaxy booth. It's kind of it's in a side-scrolling format, kind of like a fighting game, only it's like volleyball, only you have guns.
So do you like shoot a ball up and down?
Yeah, you shoot a ball over a net, and there are goals you can shoot it into as well. But predominantly, basically volleyball rules.
All right, I can get into that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the G is pronounced, if it's Gnog or just Nog, and it kind of reminded me of Fez.
Gnawdab.
So I didn't play that one very long.
Okay. I know you're a huge fan of Fez, so I'm sure that was really hard for you.
I mean, it's like, yeah, you play around with it, you do this, and it's like, yeah, I ain't got time for this shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And I played some more Amplitude.
There you go. Did you just like they saw you and they were like, oh, Tara, come in front of the line.
I wish. But they actually also had Amplitude set up at the in the VIP room at the Harmonix party.
Okay, cool.
So I played a little bit there.
Cool. And that's everything?
That's everything I can remember. Oh, I did play a little bit of zombie dice in one of the lines at one of the queues for panels, which isn't really a video game, but it's a game.
Yeah.
And I won.
Did you see?
I won a pack of Magic cards, which I don't even play.
Send
Give them to Tony.
Yeah, send them to Tony. Tony hasn't played Magic in a while. He told me.
Oh, whoa, whoa, it's magic.
Twice on the show now. Magic
You
is coming.
know.
No, yeah, Brant talked about Party Hard last week. Did you see that on the floor, Harold?
No.
Okay. I actually played a little bit of Party Hard. They have like a flash build on
Is that
their website.
anything? Is that related to Andrew WK at all?
No, but I made that joke last week too.
Party hard.
It's like you're going around a party murdering people, trying not to get caught. It's weird.
Wait, Murder in the Dark?
No, murdering people, trying not to get caught.
Oh.
All right, all that's left is Scott and Tony.
We're in the darkies?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, well, I'm not going to touch Monster Hunter this week because you're going to play that demo at some point. We'll talk about it.
Glaze over that.
No, we shouldn't. All right, whatever. Fuck it, it's too late now.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. It's my turn. Fuck you guys.
Scott,
Too late to apologize.
it's too late to apologize. So you don't want to talk about Monster Hunter. Why do you want me to play the demo? Do you like Monster Hunter 4?
Yes.
Was Tony right?
Yes.
How did he break you into buying it? That's what I want to know.
Holy
No,
crap!
you don't get to know
was
until you try the
right.
demo.
No,
Yeah, I'm
that's
going to do that. I'm
that's
going to do that.
bullshit. Tony, how did you get him to buy the? Tony,
Don't
how
do
did
it,
you?
Tony. Don't do it, Tony.
It's Scott's decision if he tells you or not.
That's you guys are fucking stupid. Now I'll never play the demo. We'll just never fucking know.
All right.
Scott, what else are you fucking playing? Because you don't want to fucking talk about Monster Hunter. I just want you to talk about fucking video games.
Video games.
That's all I want.
Let's see. Last week I stopped at Twilight Town. I just got to Sora.
Yep.
There was supposed to be like one world a week was my pace.
Okay.
That's a terrible pace.
Yeah.
taking a look at it, and I'm like, all right, some of these worlds are short, some of these worlds are really long.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna do a benchmark, and I'm just gonna go. And
Yeah, just keep going.
One world a week is going to be my minimum.
Okay.
Because this week I did the first part of what's it called, Radiant Garden,
Yeah, Radiant. Well, not Radiant Garden, but Hollow Bash.
Hollow Bastion right now. Okay, because it's like it's Radiant Garden in game Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, it's Radiant Garden.
And then I did Beast Castle.
Okay.
But I'm noticing like more and more about that game is, you remember Brant was on last week and he's like, I can't pin why I don't like this game. Like, I'm pretty sure I can pin it down.
Okay, what is it?
This game.
It's got a bunch of stupid Japanese bullshit in it.
Yes. Like if you were to take all those old stereotypes of Japanese movies imported and overdubbed, that is this game. Like, you take a look at it doesn't, if you not really paying attention to all the story parts, and you're not taking in, like, what's going on screen as you're hearing the words or reading them, then, alright, it's good. It's really good. However, some of the voice acting is off at the way too many points, and then a lot of the emotions go on after the voice ends for an unnecessary amount of time. So it's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
so it's like so parts get awkward briefly
Awkward!
for no reason.
No, parts in Kingdom Hearts are super awkward. I don't know, that's kind of like the charm of it for
The
me.
game parts is like kind of awkward.
It's kind of like the charm of it for me, so...
Like, at the same time, like, all of that is completely offset by everything the game does right. But that part of the game, going back from... Because, like, in the era, that's almost all of the games.
Yeah, totally. Final
That's
Fantasy X.
like, that's all of... Not just the Japanese ones, I'm talking about everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about everything. That's all of the games except for Half-Life.
Yeah. Half-Life did it really well for the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like by today's standards, Half-Life 2 like isn't as good. That's why it's
right.
It's very much something you have to judge by the times it's in.
But like at the time, it was much less noticeable because it was kind of like commonplace.
And stuff like
not
Kingdom
so
Hearts,
much, not so much.
Stuff like Kingdom Hearts 3D is better about that kind of stuff.
Yes, much better.
Not by a lot, I would say. I wouldn't say it's much better, but it is.
I'd say much better because you take a look at the final mix stuff, and so far all the extra scenes, there's none of that.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the extra scenes?
I am enjoying the extra scenes.
Yeah. This is kind of like your first time through. Have you? I don't know if you've sat down and watched all the extra scenes.
No.
Okay. Well, they're all.
I have no idea what. At this point, it's been so long that I'm not 100% sure which part is extra and which part I just don't remember.
Yeah, like the scene with.
It's pretty obvious, but like it's not to me.
The scene with Axel, Nominee, and Ansem scene at the end of.
That one I could tell was. That one I could tell was new.
Yeah.
The organization scene where they were all in the chairs. Is that one new?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much almost everyone.
Yeah, all of those are new except for one.
Is it mostly just organization stuff that's new?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
It's all fully voiced for the first time too, which is super cool.
Got back them voice actors.
Yeah, even like the scenes in Birth by Sleep Final Mix and like the extra episode, they got like back Willa Holland and stuff for that as well. So that was really cool.
So it's like 3D didn't have all that, wasn't bad. Like I didn't notice it in 3D. I didn't notice it so much in Birth by Sleep. I think there was a couple things, but it was like one or two things.
Yeah.
In this one, this is almost everywhere. And I can't imagine that one's much different.
Yeah, one is definitely, I think, more of a victim of it. More of a culprit, you could say, as well. I don't know. It never bothers me. I mean, like a lot of Japanese games.
It doesn't bother me all that much.
But you could see it bothering someone not used to it.
I could see it bothering a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just like the thing like Brant said last week was that like JRPGs are his favorite genre. So I can't see like necessarily that being.
I don't think that that would be like the only thing bothering him, but like at the same time, JRPGs are also a lot turn-based stuff. So if he's not super keen on things like the Tales games, and if he hasn't followed those like all the way through and been their janky moments and like got over those, I'm assuming they have them.
He said he's definitely more interested in the action-based combat of Kingdom Hearts. So I don't know.
So like if he isn't like done Star Ocean or something that was 3 acted out.
Well, as we learned in Extra Life 2013, you should never play Star Ocean.
Yeah, you really shouldn't.
Or was that this past year?
That was like 2 years ago, I think.
Okay. Because I just remember coming back in.
Oh, the Extra Life movie did that?
Yeah, and Nabashin, fucking Greg, and Justin are all doing voice acting for Star Ocean, and it was the funniest fucking thing in the world.
No. Plank Fan was in that.
Oh, this Plank Fan, you? Okay, that was incredible.
Let's see.
Is that all?
Other than that, I've finished the Beast thing. Critical mode has a huge difficulty spike. Like at first, it's bad because you are Roxas, so you don't have block during that first fight. So it's I gotta do this fight perfectly or wait for a few scenes. That's kind of annoying. And then struggle battle is really easy. Axel not so easy. And then, but like it's not like they're doing an extreme amount of damage all at once. It's okay, it makes sense that they're doing this much damage, even though if I get hit by the full thing, it will kill me.
Yeah. And the fact, like, you get less health when you get health up and MP up, it's just...
And then you take a look at one of the big round guys, big fat guys?
Yeah.
I call them fatties. Okay, there we go. That's what they're called. You get hit by one of the large body charge attacks. It's instant death.
Yeah, that's instant death in Proud Mode too. Because they made Proud Mode on Final Mix harder because it was too easy in the original Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that's instant dead. That
that sucks.
Fucking if you get charged by 2 lance guys at the same time, they're both hitting you. That you're dead there too.
Yeah.
It's like the Valor form is once you get it, that is how you do that. The Valor and Limit is your friend there. It's like you're not getting through it any other way with any reasonable amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is a little too much to account for. You just don't have a dodge roll.
Yeah. Not yet. You'll have it soon, Scott.
Oh, that dodge roll.
Yeah. Is that all on Kingdom Hearts?
Yep, that's all.
I'm enjoying these weekly Kingdom Hearts updates.
The new fire? Fuck the new fire. The old spells in Kingdom Hearts 1 I thought were so much better.
Let me stand next to you, fire.
I know you don't like the new fire. A lot of people don't. I don't mind it.
Like
I was into it.
Fire.
How many fire songs do you know, Harold? Just off the top of your head.
There's too many, so like don't even
Come
ask.
on, baby, light my fire.
Okay. We'll cut it off at 3.
Like a rocket.
Well, like it could have been useful, but like they decided to have that range so low that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
would if it just had, I want to say, the width of 2 more of the fireball particles, and put them in there, then this spell would have been fantastic. But it's really, really close range and it didn't do that much damage. So you were at risk using it.
Yeah.
It does a lot on Wisdom Form, though.
It does. Like Wisdom and Master Form Fire are really handy.
Yeah, but then again, like take a look at Wisdom Form Lightning. Take a look at Wisdom Form.
Yeah, they're way more useful.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very
also
with
Also with Master and Final Form, especially Blizzard and Final Form.
Yeah. We're gonna get fucking content ID'd on this, and then we'll just...
No, I'm so far out of key, there's no way they're gonna pick it up.
Yeah, no, you're right, Scott. Those things are way more useful than, like, fire. Is that all?
I did hate special skills using MP in the first one, so that this game has that over that one.
Yep. Do you want to talk about Monster Hunter?
No.
Do you like Monster Hunter? You said you liked Monster Hunter.
I do.
Do you really like it? Is it like everything Tony hyped it up to be?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
He didn't hype it up all that much, to be fair, though.
All right. You didn't play anything else other than those 2, Scott?
Nothing worth mentioning.
All right, Tony.
Hi.
Round us out.
So I'm gonna be real quick.
Okay.
I played Diablo and Hearthstone. I played WoW. WoW is the same as it always is.
Same as it ever was.
Oh, whoa.
We killed 3 more bosses on the hardest difficulty this week.
Killed
so
3
now
more
we killed
souls.
half of them. That's pretty good. It puts us at rank 16 on our realm. So there's that. And then I played this game last week, and I forgot to talk about it, called Skyforge.
Yeah, okay.
It's an MMO that's it's kind of like I got the founders pack of this game. It's a weird MMO thing that people in my guild were like, we should play this game, so I tried it out. It's okay. It hasn't really grabbed me. I paid $20 and I will. It's not a subscription MMO. It's like a buy it and then play it online.
Buy it own.
And it's okay. I don't have that much to say about it. It's like the questing stuff I can't really bring myself to do because my computer doesn't agree with it in its current unoptimized state. So yeah, I'll kind of like periodically check in on this game now that I have access to it. It's cool, but I can't see myself playing a second MMO right now.
Yeah.
So other than that, it's just been a whole bunch of Monster Hunter.
How's Monster Hunter treating you? Is it still good?
It's still good.
So you've played multiplayer now, right?
Yeah, Scott and I played a little bit on Wednesday.
Is that when Scott bought it?
Maybe, no, Scott got it last Saturday.
Wow, immediately after we recorded.
The day after.
Yeah. I guess it didn't take much convincing after all.
It did.
More than you can imagine. So.
I can imagine quite a bit.
Imagine all the people.
I swear to God, I'm gonna come over to Florida, Harold.
The line
I didn't say goddamn it,
Harold.
Yeah. And I'm out of my drink. I have to get a new one for after the break. How's multiplayer?
It's cool. It's a lot of fun. Like we played with 3 people, and it's very interesting because like you can go on different quests. I didn't know you could do that. Like you could have everybody go on different ones, or people can go like if you have 3 people, like 2 people can go on one quest, and the other person like goes to do something else. But like it's cool, like because you can hit each other, and then if you hit them, they don't take damage, but it like knocks them over. So you have to be like conscious of if you're gonna fuck your friend up, and like the way that I play the game, I mount monsters a lot, which is jumping on top of them and like stabbing them in the back.
We know what
I'm not something totally different.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and Scott, like, you have to make sure that like people who aren't like when someone in your party mounts a monster, no one else should hit the monster because then the monster will throw off whoever. Well, like they won't throw them off, but when you've mounted a monster, it'll either like there's a time where they're not trying to buck you off, so you can like get in there and stab them, and then they will like try and like buck you off and like roar and stuff, and at that point you have to like hold on, and so it's kind of like balancing this progress bar. And if your friends attack them, they like immediately try and buck you off, so you don't ever get a chance to actually hit them. So you have to be like conscious of like what your friends are doing at all times, and try not to knock them over and mess people up if they're like going for like a big damage combo and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Huh. It sounds like a neat thing. I didn't think it would be any different than like regular playing by yourself. So
it's very different.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's it for me. Just those games.
Okay. Are we gonna get Evan?
No PS3
to buy Monster?
No.
You fucking piece of shit.
No, I wouldn't buy it.
Well, like Tony, now that you've played Tales of Xillia 2 enough to realize that you don't think you want to play any more of it, I don't have to worry about you fucking hogging me anymore.
I mean, like, I'll play it eventually. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope eventually is before April 6th. I'll say, like...
I do have a question. Does that deadline count for me in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well?
No. Because
Right,
I'm not lending you a console.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, I probably would try and finish it before then. Wouldn't
I might
succeed,
just wait
but...
for them to patch backwards compatibility into PS4.
That's never...
You'll be waiting a long time for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Maybe
never...
until next generation.
You can't pat... Oh,
you don't know!
I do know... Oh.
Yeah,
I will say...
That's not quite how that works.
Yeah,
keep dreaming.
I'm waiting to play 360 games on my NES.
Yeah, there you go. Forwards compatibility.
I mean, they're both discs. They both fit in the front of the thing.
Brisk.
I will say I'm excited. In the past couple of weeks, I've been getting really excited for Tales of Zestiria. The hype has been building.
Tales of Hysteria?
Zestiria.
It's so zesty.
It's so zesty.
Hysteria. Hysteria.
It's Tales of Mass Hysteria. Zestiria. Or Zestiria. Storia. Stor.
Or it could be Deathly Hollows.
What the fuck does that even mean? Don't misinterpret that. I just don't know how that fits into the context of Harry Potter at all. But yeah, I encourage everyone, including you, Tony, to go watch the fucking opening for Tales of Zestiria because it's fucking awesome.
This is the Pandaria?
Oh my god! Alright. We're taking a break. We're going to come back with some news. Sorry, we had a lot of games and we got 6 people here, so we're having a good time. We got like tons and tons of news.
Talk about all the games.
And actually a few emails I want to get through. So we'll be back in just a little bit, guys.
All right. Before you go, Alex.
I was just going to get a drink. I was going to be back in like a second.
All right. Before I go, then, because that might take longer than you. You see that comic link?
Yeah, did you put that in there?
I did.
Okay, I read it already. It's really funny.
Okay.
I agree. It was really funny.
They have one on their previous page. Hold on. Is that one that was good? If I can...
Alright, I'm gonna give you
Yes, it is. That's another one I wanted you to see.
Do you want a drink, Evan?
I'll be right back.
Come on, let me just give you a glass of fucking water or something.
Everybody leave.
Honestly, fine.
I'm fine. I don't need hydration. I'm everything.
Punk.
Punk, yes.
Yes. Oh.
That was really hot. That was very.
You got mad at me. Goofy Goobers? Yeah! Very good. I bet if someone gets drunk enough, they'd try to give it a drink.
I've talked to it before when I was drunk. Like, I knew I was just talking to an inanimate object, but it was fine. They got me many laughs and chuckles.
I bet. Tater tots.
Ooh, playing with fire, talking at them when you can't hear them.
Tater tots.
Tater tots, boy.
I don't even think they're there.
Is anyone here?
Losers.
Nobishin's probably still here. He's hanging out.
Nope. They're all gone.
I know Scott and Tony were
I
gone.
get up and
I can see that
sleeps.
Harold's not there. Yeah, that's what it was. You nailed it. My phone's
Nailed it.
ready for this hot news. We got a new news and gaming thing.
Oh no.
Are you excited?
Yes. But I like the old one.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm excited.
How new is this?
Like pretty new. It's similar, but it's new.
Okay.
Don't worry. Like you'll still like.
I like the other one.
I don't like change.
I don't like change. Give it back.
It's been like 5 years, Evan. Actually, you want to close the door?
No.
Don't fucking sass me. What? No, don't turn off the lights. What are we living in a fucking slut house?
I know you do, but
I know you do. Are you calling my lovely apartment a slut house?
no. Not this half, but that half.
Ethan is not a slut. He is not.
Maybe.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Oh, Harold's back.
Oh, hey, Harold.
Hey. You know, I'm sorry for going a little off the rails.
You're fine.
Going off the rails like a crazy train.
I'm gonna if we go too long, I'm just gonna stop the show. I'm gonna end it. So.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
I mean, when I'm in charge, when I'm hosting, I don't have much of a chance to go off. I mean, it's not like
you do.
CBG.
You can totally still go off. I mean, I do all the time.
I mean, I'm the one trying to keep it together on H-Bomb and Freds.
Yeah, I mean, like I go off on tangents all the time, but I just, I also bring it back.
Yeah.
Bring back now,
And
y'all.
you also
3
don't
hops
bust
this time.
into the song.
Yeah, I don't
Three
bust in the
hops,
song.
3 hops.
You should. That's the area that you should lighten up on.
Fuck off, Evan.
In the song.
What happens?
But that's my thing!
I know that is. your
Okay,
thing.
I'll try, but no promises.
That's all I ask. Yeah, fuck off, Evan. Thank you, Nobishin. I'm gonna just take that sound clip and that'll be the title of the show.
I'm sorry. I legitimately hate that song.
Clap, clap.
Which
I
one?
love
What?
that song.
Oh, the Cha-Cha Slide?
I love that song!
Everybody cha-cha real smooth now.
No, the Cha-Cha Slide is terrible. The Cupid Shuffle's pretty good.
No.
Cupid
Nice. There's the door.
Cupid Shuffle. I remember I did that for the first time at my friend Zach and Becky's wedding.
We didn't do the Cupid Shuffle in my middle school.
Yeah.
So you were
Middle
This
supposed
is a Cupid Shuffle.
you were supposed to learn all the songs in middle school, and then you went to high school. But like the Cupid Shuffle came on in high school, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And me and all the other Lime Kiln kids were like, what the
High
fuck
school.
this
I
garbage
was
is?
in my freaking 20s when that song came out.
I'm in my 20s now, Harold.
I'm old!
I turned 22 in 11 days, and I feel old because of it. So
I
just
turn 22
I'm
in
30.
however many
I'm
ever
30
it is.
freaking 6.
yeah, but like you've got a youthful spirit.
Yeah, you do.
That's what matters.
Yeah, I'm like Dan Reichert.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you still have
Yeah,
fun.
did you see the giant bomb panel?
I haven't watched. I'm sorry. I just caught up on fucking.
No problem.
I just caught up on
Win
Metal Gear Scanlan today.
Dave Lang's money. That's all I gotta say.
I saw screen grabs of it. So
51 days.
What?
51 days.
Since you were on?
No.
Since
to
you
your
were
birthday.
on.
Since you were
gone.
on.
Yeah.
Scott, are you back? Please end it. Scott.
News of the universe.
I don't think Scott's here, guys.
Drunk? My God.
I am drunk.
I am not
No.
drunk.
Harold's drunk on life. I like that. Scott, are you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Tony?
did have some cold.
I'm eating dinner.
medicine,
Right.
All right, everybody shush.
I'm not sure if something's supposed to be happening right now, but nothing is happening.
Oh, did you guys not hear that?
No.
Oh, okay. Then, God damn it. I gotta tell you,
You guys got to let me know when I'm coming through the right microphone.
I mean,
As opposed to the left microphone.
I just played the news and gaming thing.
yeah, I figured.
All right, you know what? This
of the universe.
this doesn't feel right. Let's do it again.
News in gaming.
Hey, Evan, guess what?
What?
That's Alex.
I told Evan before everyone got back, I'm like, yeah, we changed the news and gaming thing. And he's like, oh, but I really liked the last one. I'm like, well, too bad, man. You weren't here to decide. And it's just the same. I was watching his face like, what the fuck? Let's talk about some news, guys. I apologize.
Frank.
It was pretty good. I apologize to everyone watching the video because apparently I was coming through the wrong microphone and nobody let me know.
I told you.
We honestly can't tell.
Really?
We're sorry. We really can't.
Well, now hopefully I'll sound a lot better for video peoples. Yeah, don't do that. That's weird. So I'm gonna rocket through the news that doesn't really matter here, or at least that we can kind of rocket through at the very least. At least. Let me just say the same thing over and over again. Today it was announced God of War 3 is coming remastered to PlayStation 4 on July 14th, and then I put in very sad letters. Yay.
And I put in, you misspelled yawn.
I thought this was kind of inevitable.
Sure. How much are they going to charge for it?
Yeah. I think $40 is what they were saying they're going to charge for it.
Yeah, sure, but like, it seems like if you're going to do that, you might as well put it. I mean, I'm saying like, not saying it's not worth it because I love that game, but I don't know. It seemed like they could put that in Ascension with it. I never played Ascension, so
Yeah, like it would make more sense if they did God of War 3 in Ascension, since like they run on the same engine or whatever. And I don't know, for some reason I feel like that fits that $40 price tag a bit better. But who am I to judge? It is a good game.
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna buy it, so it doesn't really bother me. I know a lot of people are like, oh, why they keep making remasters, blah blah blah. But I could say that, but I'm sitting here. I just bought DMC, and I'm fucking fingers crossed waiting for that Mass Effect one. So
I'm getting God of War. I haven't played it in a long time, and I don't even have that game anymore. And they never put it out digitally, so
yeah, I played through God of War 3 once. I think I played through all of them once. Franchise never really stuck with me. I just like, as far as like,
Sure.
If anything, like we talked about before, like a long time ago, it turned me off to character action games because I thought they all played like that when they really don't. Yeah,
you play DMC.
and then I played DMC, and now I've played Bayonetta. Not enough of it, but I really like character action games. But I really like really good ones with really solid controls. I don't think the action in God of War holds up compared to those.
It's definitely just more mashy, I would say. Yeah. Being a person who does play a lot of character action games, there is deep, but not as deep as it can be. It's not as deep as a Devil May Cry or a Bayonetta, where like you can do combos forever for the people who master the game. Like there's no real mastering of God of War if you just fight your.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not as intuitive for me, but It's coming out, and speaking of PS4 ports, Gravity Rush is apparently getting a PS4 port. The Korean rating board rated Gravity Rush for PS4, and they've notoriously leaked a lot of things in the past. So, as though it is not
like the interview.
Like yes, wow.
2014 jokes, guys.
So it's not officially announced, but Gravity Rush could be coming to PS4, which people suspect might be a good like prerequisite to Gravity Rush 2 coming out for PS4. But we'll see.
Yeah, I thought that was already a thing that was happening, but I must have gotten it confused with something else.
Yeah, I don't think that's like an official thing, but I think Gravity Rush 2 is kind of an official thing.
That's an official thing, but they never said the platform for it. Everyone assuming it's Vita right now, but actually I haven't even heard this news until you just
Frostbite.
Yeah, it kind of came out today, so it's pretty recent. Watching it on Colin and Greg Live today, actually.
See, I was at work. I missed that.
I've been watching a lot of it. It was Nick.
Have you experienced that magic? Have you seen how happy Colin is now? He doesn't have that same like curmudgeon face that he always had. Now he smiles like almost all the time through that entire show. He's so happy.
Colin Moriarty is definitely a much happier person. I could fucking listen to him talk about anything for hours.
So
as far as like a news resource, just a little quick tangent. Colin Moriarty is like the best video games news resource. He always cites his sources. He always references the author of articles that he's reading, and yeah, he's fantastic. It was Nick Scarpino and Colin Moriarty this morning. Because Greg was doing the Awesome Games Done Quick stream that they did for God of War today, which is where they announced God of War HD. So they actually pulled up that stream so you could see Greg in the stream, but they were just making fun of him. It was pretty funny.
Stream on stream action.
Yeah. So
Streamception.
It was really good.
Streamception. That's a good one.
Streamception. Harold, you added a couple news stories in here. Rock Band 4 will be 1080p, 60 frames per second.
Bit locked.
And Harmonix is relocated from Cambridge to downtown Boston.
Yeah, and there's a few things come up on Twitter. I mean, somebody actually sent Aaron a link and said, "Here are your new neighbors," and it was a video from the Boston Zoo.
Oh.
And somebody else told them about a donut place that was opening up near their new offices. So yeah, that's probably where Aaron's gonna spend most of his spare time.
Yeah, and you even put in here is like, this isn't big news, but I wanted to talk about Rock Band 4. I mean, it's why we brought you on the show. We know you're excited. I think
I can't wait to talk more about Rock Band 4.
Yeah.
But
I think it's really cool that it's running at a higher frame rate because I think it's going to make latency
it's
better.
It's a new engine. They're taking advantage of the new technology, the new hardware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've like talked about it extensively because you've kind of prompted us to a lot like, through emails and stuff, which we appreciate.
Yeah, and I really like how this is going to be the game for this generation. They're not going to make a new Rock Band every year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the way.
And they're intending this to be a platform, which I really like that.
It almost makes you wonder why they put a 4 at the end. Why does this called Rock Band?
Yeah.
The Rock Band.
The Rock Band.
I would be so
dead. They already made the mistake of having 1, 2, and 3 before.
No, they just call it the Revolution, and you're like, yeah, Wii was a dumb name anyway. I'm sorry, that was a stupid joke, but I just wanted to make it.
Then go Wii.
What is wrong with you today?
I don't know, Nopshit. Why do you ask these questions?
That's because I'm here.
I'm hot. You're not.
I'm hot. Stick is sweet. I'm sorry. You left me wide open for that.
I did. Fucking Colin and Greg Lives corrupted me. It's cool. We're all excited for Rock Band 4 except for Scott. But, Scott.
Damn it, Scott.
You're excited for it?
I'm excited for it.
Even though when you get it and I come over and you're like, Rock Band 4 time, I'm going to be the Greg.
Yeah.
When we play Smash Bros.
Or just anything.
Or literally anything. All right,
he likes Vivitch, I think.
He does.
He talked shit about it for like 2 weeks, and then like, oh yeah, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, no, he talked about shit about it for 2 weeks and then he bought it. But we've had a good streak of not talking shit about Greg when he's not here.
Yeah, see, we're breaking.
So much
We're breaking it, so I'm gonna bring us back on track.
No, let's break it even more. Come on, guys.
Oh, come on.
Well,
Yeah,
I
what-
talk shit about Greg while he's not here.
I do too, Scott, but we're mean and we should be better about it. Evan's here. Talk shit about Evan. He's here.
Yeah.
That's right. I
Walrus.
haven't done that this cast, have I?
Hey, fuck you, Evan.
Is Tony still
Right.
here?
And Tony is still here.
I'm here.
Hey, Tony, how you doing? Are you excited about Rock Band?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could probably hear you.
We're getting the band back together!
Yeah.
Fucking,
My-
I'm out.
Need
No,
Oh,
some Neil
yes.
vocals.
I'm out.
and my vocals of me going, yeah! I am like vehemently trying to get Starbomb and Sky Hill songs into Rock Band, so we're gonna make it happen.
I'm trying to get bare naked ladies in there.
I put in like a Sky Hill request like 4 times a day every day. So
Yeah, I've just been requesting a bit of everything. I think
Yeah.
I requested double clicks. I requested bare naked ladies. I requested Dishwalla.
Put the llama song in there.
the kind of funny
Here's
community.
llama, there's llama, 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 duck.
I requested Barkerville.
Hey, Barkerville. The kind of funny community is actively trying to get Danny Wiesner into
Yes!
Rock Band 4, which would be super awesome.
That'd be
okay
so
with
cool.
that.
Yeah.
And the world is
Say-
See, like that's a singing reference we can get behind because we actually have permission to use those songs on the show. So, anyway, you also added this story, Harold. Jackbox Games launched a new Kickstarter for Quiplash.
Yeah,
what is
it's
Quiplash?
another one of their multiplayer party games, kind of like what you find in the Jackbox Party Pack. And multiplayer will be working the same way, where you'll be playing with mobile phones, additional players on mobile phones. So essentially, you can stream it like I was talking about earlier with the Jackbox Party Pack.
Mhm. Would it be DLC for the party pack or?
No, this is a new game.
Okay. What is Quiplash? Like, what's the game? Is there an easy way to describe it?
Not really.
Okay. Well, if you liked the Jackbox Party Pack games, then you should look up
Yeah.
Quiplash, which I will do.
Yeah, I already. I pledged to the Kickstarter.
Yeah. You are a Kickstarter junkie, as we all know. I get emails when my other Kickstarter friends pledge Kickstarters, so I just get email from you mostly.
Yeah, essentially, 2 people come up with suggestions to stuff in. Then the audience compete. It's kind of like Firehost's game Let's Quip
Mm-hmm.
for iOS.
I'm actually kind of familiar with that. Yeah, like I said, if you want to know more, I would say just look it up. Since
Yeah.
I am totally down for any more like Jackbox style games though, especially with like the mobile phone as a controller. That stuff works really well, and it's already hit its goal. So
And not only does it have 3 to 8 players, it also has possible audience participation.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm down for
quick-
that.
Quick
And they're
question.
saying if all goes well, early summer 2015.
Cool. Nabishin, what were you gonna say?
Side tangent. What was that game that we played? The card game where you had chlamydia and you give it to other people.
Oh, Clusterfuck.
Clusterfuck.
All right, thank you. I just
Oh,
wanted to remember that.
yes!
That's a great game.
I was just trying to
I
remember.
still haven't played it. I want to play it so bad.
Yeah. You come over for one of my celebrations and you can play together.
Yeah.
Your celebrations.
One of my gatherings. That's
When you
my
give
nice.
everyone's golden showers or something. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I didn't want to spoil it, but that's my nice way of saying orgy. I'm just putting it out there. All men welcome.
No way.
No, thank you.
I'm just gonna leave it out.
Bare naked ladies.
Bare naked ladies welcome. All right, now,
We're talking about the band, not.
all right. Let's get into the 2 big news stories. I didn't miss anything here right now, Bishin. This is pretty much everything.
I haven't checked, so you're probably fine.
Okay, sure. I got the 2 big ones, so we'll talk about the one that Nabish and I need to talk about first. So, Kojima might have left Konami in some capacity, or at the very least, he's like totally legitimately leaving Konami once the Phantom Pain ships. Metal Gear Solid 5, if you're not familiar. So apparently, his name has been removed from a lot of marketing materials for Metal Gear Solid 5 and Konami, other like just Konami stuff in general. And Kojima Studios LA has been rebranded to like Konami Los Angeles Studios. And Konami kind of like put out a statement saying like, we're just like restructuring for like our new like production like style and whatever, but like on like list of executives, Konami executives on their website, Kojima's name was removed, and like those kind of shifts are going to be happening on April 1st. So
you can't believe it anyway.
so you can't believe it. Well, like this could be them kind of getting ahead of that. Also, Kojima's website has been changed, and the Kojima Pro Live Twitter account has now stopped, and is there's a Metal Gear account, Metal Gear _EN. So it's kind of like the feeling of we are phasing this name and brand out, like Kojima's name and the Kojima Studios brand out. And that's pretty interesting. Kojima said for a long time that like since Metal Gear Solid 2 that each Metal Gear game was going to be his last Metal Gear game. Mm-hmm. But this definitely comes off as like he is like gone to Konami and said like, I'm done after this. I'm not only am I leaving the Metal Gear franchise, but I'm leaving Konami because you guys can't rope me into doing this again. That's how it came off to me.
So does this mean that Silent Hills isn't happening either?
So like that's the big question. So Konami's put out multiple statements because they put out one, which I kind of paraphrased earlier, just saying like, we're rebranding and restructuring our development studios. And then when asked for clarification, they were like, Kojima will be staying with us until, through the shipment of Metal Gear Solid 5. And he will be a part of that until then. And they said they plan on making Metal Gear after that. And they even open up job listings on their website for hiring a new team to make a Metal Gear Solid game post Phantom Pain. But it came off to me, and it sounds like it did to you as well, Nabishin, that Kojima's fucking done. Yeah. Which I totally understand that sentiment. Like we talked about this not too long ago, of just like, he's a really cool, creative mind that has a lot of really cool ideas. And clearly with him like kind of stepping out there and saying like, I want to do Silent Hill, like he doesn't want to just be doing Metal Gear for the rest of his career. What were we going to say?
Did he create Silent Hill? I don't remember.
He did not, no.
No, okay.
No.
What do you think, Nabishin?
It's pretty much everything that you already said. It's it just seems like he's just pretty much done after Metal Gear Solid 5, mm-hmm. Which like it's something to say how much a person can like have an influence on like a game or a company or something like that. Because I feel like yes, Hideo Kojima is the face of Metal Gear and the face of the branding of Kojima Productions, but he's not the only person there. Mm-hmm. So it's like he has his team. Like if you listen to the funny kind of funny Gamecast where they had Ryan Payton on there, where the guy who did Metal Gear Solid 4, he has to westernize Metal Gear Solid 4 and make that like a really incredible game that it was. He was pretty much saying like, yeah, Kojima is the face of that company, but he's not the only person at that company. Like, there's so many people that works at Kojima Productions that like, that's like eat, bleed, and like just live for like making that game as perfect as it is. Mm-hmm. And it's like it takes more than just one person to like make that game. So it's kind of like when Cliff Bleszinski left Epic. Mm-hmm. Was that after Gears of War 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was right after. That was before Ascension.
You mean Judgment?
Judgment. Wow, God of War, that shit, man. GOW games, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but Judgment. Like like Judgment was a good game. It was just like it was just a game that's a bad timing, bad pacing, and just a game that wasn't supposed to exist. And that was the big issue with that game. So like I feel like if they can keep the same people there, and maybe not Kojima, but like obviously like it's gonna be a hit and it's not gonna be ever gonna be the same again. But like if they just if they're able to keep their production, but I don't even know if
like the thing is. Watching Metal Gear Scanlan again, like you listen to all those codec conversations, and like they say like this sounds like Kojima's like journal entries and stuff like that. But like I totally believe that is like kind of his kind of touch in there.
Yeah.
And without a director who has a very, very clear idea of what he wants the kind of tone of the game to be and all of like the fun in the game to sound like, as well as being as meticulous as Kojima is, like he fucking works his tail off on those games. And like, they take a lot out of him, and that's why he doesn't want to do them anymore, because he makes them as good as he can imagine them being.
Right.
So without a director that can do that, they won't be the same. And they won't be the same anyway. But if they can find a director like, for example, Druckmann, who did The Last of Us, he's like a creative director that poured a lot of his energy into that game, and that's why that game reflects him so well, I think. There are those kind of creative minds out there. And I think it's possible to make a good Metal Gear game after Kojima leaves.
Yeah, I think that's true too. But like, I also feel like like you literally just said, like there's a certain touch and a certain magic that he has in the way that he directs the way the game is. Like you could look at something like Metal Gear Rising, which has the Metal Gear name onto it, but like that's a completely different game. They have codecs and everything, and they have the same like tropes of Metal Gear, but you can just flat out say that it's not a Metal Gear game. It's just completely different. Obviously, it's from a different studio. Obviously, Kojima didn't really have anything. It wasn't really involved with that game, and that was pretty obvious when you play that game. Just like just how it feels and how like the conversation goes. So like, I feel like if anything, like whatever the next Metal Gear game is going to be is like there's a certain attention to detail that those games have that you probably won't get anymore when the next one comes out.
Yeah, but like. That being said, I would also love to see Kojima do literally anything else. Not because like I don't love Metal Gear Solid, listen to the fucking last show we did in January and you can tell I fucking love Metal Gear Solid. But because like he brings so much to the table, and like, Colin Moriarty was saying about it on Colin and Greg Live, like he could go after he leaves Konami, assuming like that's what this means, he could go anywhere and be like, I need this amount of money, this many people, and this much time to make a game, and they'd be like, do it. And it would sell well because it's got his name all over it, and he has millions of diehard fans that'll buy it.
I would agree with you.
That's why I don't get why they took his name off the branding of Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, I mean, sure, I don't think that's that big enough of a thing, but like maybe that's something he said. Like, if I'm going to go, I'm taking my name with me.
Yeah, maybe like that is
yeah,
like
that's what I think I think that is what he wanted. I don't think that's them being, oh, well, if you're going to leave, you're not going to get your name on this. I think it's like, hey, I want my name pulled off that.
Or, like, Konami's been messing up left and right for about 2 years straight now. So maybe what
is Konami after Kojima leaves? Like, what do they have? They have Silent Hills. Like if there ever was going to be another Zone of the Enders, that would be Kojima, and that's not going to happen apparently. Yeah. So like, there's that game. Like I always felt
right.
like
it was really good too.
Yeah. Like I've always felt like if they were going to go into Metal Gear, well, they could just remake the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, and just I always thought they would put those like on a portable system or something like that for us to play, but like that never happened. So like I just don't know. I don't know what Konami's going to be after he leaves. That's like literally everything for him.
And it brings in the question like what happens to Silent Hills now, because like if assuming like Kojima's not leaving on the best of terms because like he doesn't want to do this anymore. Like, he doesn't. Like, everyone who has talked to him knows that. Then maybe they won't let him stick around to do Silent Hills, which would be a big misstep. But I just don't want, like, another Guillermo del Toro game to get canceled because he fucking wanted to do Insane with THQ, and then all that trilogy of games got canceled. Now he's like, let me do Silent Hills with Kojima and fucking Norman Reedus, and Like, it doesn't look good for that game. And, like, that game was already out, but Kojima seemed pretty excited about doing it. He was out there getting in front of cameras and doing interviews about that game. And, because it wasn't Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, like, if Kojima did an indie platformer next, like fucking Ori and the Blind Forest, it would be the craziest video game you've ever played. And that would be so awesome. I'd be so into that. It would take 6 years for him to make it, and it would be incredible. But, like, I'm okay with Kojima's Metal Gear Solid being over, because, like, 5 Metal Gear Solid games, man, I'm ready for the story to be done. Just
I was fine with Metal Gear Solid 4. I was
Me too.
more fine with Peace Walker, and, like, I already feel like 5 is pushing it, so, like, if it ends with this, hopefully it ends with a good, like, closing of everything. I don't know. I just hope that. I pray for that, even.
Yeah, and even if, like, they go on past it, I could be like, well, this is the end of the canon, so I don't even have to pretend like this is real. It doesn't have Kojima's name on it, but we'll see. It's a super interesting thing, because if Kojima is as frustrated as, like, this kind of behavior comes off as, and he would rather ruin his reputation and relationship with Konami than stay there and being forced to make another Metal Gear game, then that's pretty ballsy, but that's pretty cool, I think.
Like my take on this is, you should have done this after 4.
Or after 3 or after 2. I mean, maybe like after 3 when he had the clout to kind of do something like this. But yeah,
well, after 3, would it have been like finished?
No. After 4 would have made more sense, like, on a story level, but, it's all about how much reputation and how much of his name is. Like, since 4, his name hasn't gotten any bigger or smaller, I don't think.
I feel that's
Yeah,
true.
well, like, there's that, but it's like, once it was obvious, okay, hey, look, this is finished, this is done, series done here.
Yeah.
He could have walked. He could have just, nope.
Yeah, he should have walked. Because, like, it's interesting because, like, in 2008 when 4 came out, like, the industry was different. It wasn't making as much money every year.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty kind of changed that in, like, 2009, 2010. And now, like, because publishers have so much money to throw at a name like that, I think it's way more understandable him kind of, like, walking. So, it's a good point. I kind of agree with you, though, Scott. He should have just walked away if he was that frustrated, which it seems like he just was pushed to a breaking point. But again, this is us just assuming. We don't know for sure. We don't even know exactly what happened. Konami might have broken Kojima off, as much as I doubt it, but
they probably would have kept him as long as
they could, right?
Yeah.
And even though this is totally contradicting what I said earlier, but, like, like, when someone like the mastermind of something leaves, like, it does kind of change things. Not actually thinking about it, because you think about, like, when Itagaki left the Ninja Gaiden and the Tecmo Koei, like, those games never were the same again. Ninja Gaiden 3 was trash, and Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z was terrible as well. So, like that series completely done. So, like think of, like, if, like, Nintendo lost Miyamoto or something like that, like, how would that change?
And, like,
They're working on that.
Yeah, like,
so, like, that, like,
people bring up the Nintendo example. Yeah, like, people bring up the Miyamoto example, but, like, the guy who's been directing Mario games has been directing since Galaxy 1, and, like, he did Galaxy 1, Galaxy 2, 3D Land, and 3D World. He's great. I'm not worried about the Mario franchise in that regard.
Or
Zelda,
or the other franchise, because, like,
or Metroid.
Like, in his, like, he's a bad example, because in his specific plays, he's like, all right, listen.
Yeah, he's been taking, like, Padawans and teaching them.
No, I mean, like, more like he, like, the way he gives the Nintendo touch, like, because I know he doesn't make, quote unquote, make games anymore, but I know he, like, advises, and, like, he kind of does the Kojima thing, like, like, has, like, make sure that it has the Nintendo quirks in it, because, like, I know he doesn't actually make the games, but, like, he, like, kind of influences him. That's why his name is still on those type of games.
Yeah, and he's, like, he's, like, the last remnant of the Nintendo seal of quality. Like, I have a feeling he's like, I want this to be as polished as it can be before games come out, and that's kind of like his kind of play in the production role. But you're right.
Speaking of Nintendo, Gregway.
Yeah, Gregway. So Nintendo announced this week, very interesting news. I'm glad that you knew at least about it, Scott. They're partnering with DNA, which is a Japanese mobile publishing company. to bring their intellectual property, their IP, their names of games to mobile platforms, iPhone, Android, stuff like that. So like that's pretty much the news. Like there's a lot of minutia to it. Like DNA, seems like relatively not insidious or shady, but like they are like a
Typical.
They're typical. So like
They're
your
typical,
speculation of like the comic that I posted, which pretty obviously leans towards there's definitely going to be microtransactions.
Yeah.
Which was also like definitely going to happen, especially with the Pokemon Shuffle thing.
Yeah.
That coming out, it's like
it's a shame Nintendo finally figured out what free-to-play actually was, because I really liked Rusty's Real Deal Baseball.
Yeah, like they're typical in that you're going to make free to play.
Unfortunately, I don't get the world where actual Nintendo games come out for phones and they have a Nintendo touch to them, which makes them Nintendo-like and very good.
Yeah.
Design.
Yeah,
like
they work on that platform. They know how to take advantage of it. But like the kind of like the detail to it that's important for people to know is like Nintendo bought 10% of DNA's stock.
Yeah, there was an exchange of stock between the two. Yeah, Nintendo buying 10% of DNA and DNA buying about an equivalent money amount of Nintendo.
Yeah, so they like own part of each other. They are like companies like tied together. Like this is like a permanent relationship that these two companies are going to have going forward, and like they're going to be bringing Nintendo IPs to iPhones and also PCs to some extent through this deal. And
there is going to be some sort of account system.
Yeah, like you'll have like one Nintendo account across your Nintendo platforms, the Wii U and the 3DS, as well as the PC and your iPhone.
And tablet.
And we'll get there.
At that point, it doesn't matter because a tablet is essentially a computer.
Yeah.
Tablet is essentially a supersized smartphone.
Yeah, either or. It's the middleman. So like this is a very permanent relationship. The idea is that DNA will be able to develop or publish games using Nintendo IP. So judging by the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like Nintendo is going to be directly making games for mobile platforms. But, that could change. It's an open deal, so they could go in and make their Mario whatever for iPhone and for the App Store. But right now, it sounds like Nintendo's like, we don't know how to make games on iPhone. We are going to let you make our games or our IP on iPhone.
Yeah, they're not going to be ports. They're not going to be existing games. These are going to be new games.
All new games, no ports, this is fucking insane because if you think about it,
sounds interesting.
Nintendo, it is very interesting, but
Nintendo has never released anything else but on a Nintendo console before.
Yeah, they're very like, this is our IP, no one else can use them. The end.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't released something for somebody else's system since those stupid Mario and Zelda games on the CDI.
On the CDI, which were terrible games. And they didn't develop them, but that's...
The Wand of Gamelon.
They also tried to push it under the rug as far as it could go.
Oh, totally. They pretend like those games don't exist.
Yeah.
Where is it on the Zelda timeline?
Yeah, it doesn't. That's where...
It's not canon!
So,
as far as they're concerned, Nintendo had nothing to do with it, and they're not Zelda games.
Yeah, exactly. Zelda's adventure isn't real.
It's a Dragon Ball Z.
Somebody actually suggested that DNA should do a Smash Brothers themed Hearthstone clone.
I'd be down with that. I would like that Smash Brothers Street Pass game for the 3DS version of Smash Brothers. I think would fit. Street Smash would fit really perfectly on iPhone. There are a lot of stuff like we talked about it before, but Mario Party actually makes a lot of sense on iPhone, and they'll fucking shill that out to any developer. Or like that's Hudson Soft, or it used to be.
Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Hudson Soft. That's now Konami.
Yeah. That's one of the few things that they have. But the Konami buried that and made it like an iPhone game developer a long time ago. Very interesting news. Now, Nintendo's I give them credit, and they brought this up on Colin and Greg Live. Again, I got a lot of my news from there because Nabishin sent me that Adam Sessler episode from Wednesday, which is fantastic. If you haven't watched it, I love the Sess, but they were very clever with this announcement because you think like they just make this announcement. Nintendo's bringing their IP to mobile platforms, but some other dude's fucking making it, and the internet, you could assume, would go insane, be like, Nintendo's done with consoles. They're out of the game. They're fucking done. The beginning of the end.
It's the end of Nintendo.
But
Nintendo
Nintendo does not let them do that.
But Nintendo doesn't.
I feel fine.
Because this whole time, like, afterwards, they're like, also, we're making a new console, and we're going to talk about it next year. So, like, fucking, it's called the NX right now. Which is... They said they were going to formally unveil it next year. I think that was kind of the phrasing that they used. It is they refer to it as a platform as well as a console called the NX.
Is it a console? Is it a handheld? Is it both?
Or is it like a subscription service to a virtual console type deal that you can use anywhere?
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah. So like that was them basically saying like we are making another console. We are not leaving the console market, and all of this DNA stuff will also work on that console in the future. And it sounds like, you know, if you think about it, like Project Cafe was announced the next year. It was revealed as the Wii U, and it came out that year as well. If you remember, it sounds like
the Wii U?
That was the Wii U. Project Cafe was the Wii U.
All right. And what about the other thing? What about the Wii?
The Wii was announced as the Revolution. They unveiled the remote. And then that was at TGS or like around it, right? And then they announced it as the Wii the next summer, and it came out that year, I think.
So they're revealing this console next year.
Yeah, so I imagine they'll reveal it.
How many years has the Wii U been out?
It's been out for 3 years, not even like almost 3 years.
So yeah, it's getting there.
But like Nintendo did 6 years on the Wii, which was the longest. They usually do 4 or 5 years for their consoles. But
well, this whole console generation was pretty long.
Yeah.
The last one.
Yeah, and everyone agrees that this is definitely too soon. I definitely think it's too soon.
But you were thinking it for the console-wise. What if it's just like the successor for the 3DS?
Yeah, but like
time is up.
Yeah, if it's a successor for the 3DS that can also replace the Wii U in a way, but like because it's a successor to the 3DS and it's initially presented as so. I think they could totally make this work. Because, like, you know, a lot of people out there, not just Colin Moriarty, not just Jeff Grossman, have been saying, like, let's make a Nintendo platform that is a handheld home console hybrid. And I'm totally down with that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, like...
I don't know. I think Nintendo's next console needs to be on par with its competitors. If not a notch above.
I think like they shouldn't go for that because if they just put out like, all right, this is something that's as powerful as the PS4 or Xbox One to get through the end of this generation, and then all the new console manufacturers will release the next gen, because I expect there will be a next generation at the same time, and that way they're kind of on par. It's not going to do them any good because you're not going to fucking be buying Call of Duty on Nintendo. You're not going to be using the Nintendo Network as your go-to online service, and there's nothing like. They've proven that they just don't know how to make an online store or online service that's good enough to compete with PSN or Xbox Live. So I don't think that's going to win them any like favors.
Stick to what you're good at.
Yeah, like keep going in the other direction and see what happens. That's what I would say.
The Wii is a fine system. It's a good system even, but it's just too expensive for most people, and it just doesn't have that much justification for someone to get it right now.
Yeah, like it's hard for me to recommend a Wii U because are you gonna play Mario and Zelda? Then get it. You already have it probably.
Smash Brothers.
Or Smash Brothers, but
Mario Kart.
Under the Mario's stuff, Mario and Zelda games.
3 got a good Monster Hunter for it. Now I would recommend that to people.
Yeah, but like it's like, do you like Nintendo games? Buy a Nintendo platform. Like that's it.
Yeah.
But like if you're like, I like The Witcher and I like Mass Effect and I like Gears of War and I liked
then why don't you have a computer?
Why don't we all have computers?
Yeah.
Then like buy a PS4 or an Xbox One. Like an Xbox One is $50 more expensive than a Wii U, and it makes way more sense for like people that are like that are just like, well, I mean, I used to like Zelda games, but I had a GameCube, I guess. Then I'm
But
like,
now you
well,
get to do Darksiders. That's just like Zelda.
yeah, there you go.
No.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But like I have a hard time, like, if you like Nintendo games, buy the Wii U. But if you don't, then don't. But if you like Nintendo games, you probably already bought one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just hate that Nintendo has kind of lost its credibility, and you don't think of Nintendo the same way as you think of PlayStation and Xbox anymore.
It's like, it's not that with me. It's just like
It's the perception.
It's the perception,
But
definitely.
yeah, they lost a lot of the third parties.
Yeah, they lost
like-
just about all of the third party.
Yeah.
And
But it's like,
I hate that.
you know, for me, like, the games are still there, and like the games are what matter. Like, you know, Link Between Worlds was one of my favorite games of that year, and Mario 3D World as well. And I love Mario Kart 8, and I still play it like with Ethan all the time now, and I love Smash Brothers. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
like-
what the funny thing is?
what?
If Kingdom Hearts 3 was unveiled for the Wii U,
It'd be fucking.
I'd be like, fuck it, that's the only system I need now.
He'd be like, I'm done. Fuck this game. Yeah, I don't know. You're right, Harold. Like, the perception's not there, but I don't know. I'm like you said, Nabishin. If it is like a successor to the 3DS or a platform or whatever, it's in that direction. Very curious to see what it is. Tony,
God damn it, Tony.
Hey,
hey, what do you want to add to this conversation?
well, considering I was like eating dinner for the past like 15 minutes, I wasn't here.
Oh, okay, good.
So, yeah.
We talked about the Konami code.
We talked about the Konami code exclusively.
Up,
Si-
up,
Okay.
down, down.
It's good. It's in a bunch of games. Sometimes it unlocks stuff. Sometimes if you hold the controller upside down and unlock stuff, it unlocks the secret characters in Tetris Battle Gaiden.
Oh, that's weird. That's
Yeah.
kind of tricky. I like it though.
And
All right,
the
well,
Sega game.
Tricky.
All right, well, let's take a peek at the mail
Tricky,
sack.
tricky.
Yeah.
No break.
Emails!
We
How does
we
it
don't
tell that you're holding the controller upside down?
we don't got time for breaks.
What do you mean?
We ain't got time for this break.
I'm gonna opt to skip our voicemail this week because I know it's long. So we'll get to that
Sorry,
next
Silver.
week. Silver PR, but we can blow through these emails pretty quick. Spencer, our good friend Spencer Sheehan, writes in, says, "Hey, Alex and IP crew, that's really rude, Spencer."
Yeah, he totally forgot about me.
Yeah, where's Harold? He sent this on Tuesday, so he you guys just don't matter, I guess.
Forgot
It's
about
rude.
H-bomb.
He's now in like the same level as Ryan right now.
That prick. We got to get him back on the show. Hopefully he doesn't duck out in the last minute. So you can follow Spencer on Twitter at @TheGeekIntel. He says, here with a question for tonight's show. In 5 to 10 years, what do you see being more prevalent or mainstream, he has in quotes, on both console and PC? Indie games or AAA games? Personally, I think some people will play 1 or 2 AAA games and then focus mainly on indies. What do you guys think? Harold?
I think you're not going to see as many AAA games, but I think you're still going to see people flock to them. I think indie games are going to be more prevalent, but there's so many of them. I mean, they're still going to be relatively niche, but there's a lot of niches out there.
Yeah. There's a lot of room. for that.
There's games for everyone.
I think that it's going to move towards small studio games rather than indie games. There's a difference.
Yeah, for me, like, I think for sure indie games are going to be more prevalent because AAA games are just going to get more and more expensive. So there just aren't going to be as many of them every year because there just can't be.
They're going to start losing money.
Yeah.
They
Like the ones that don't make it are going to just be losing money and they just won't make them anymore. You know, Call of Duty is always going to make money.
Not always.
Well, for the foreseeable future, I think still in 5 and 10 years it'll still be making money. But like indie games are going to be more prevalent, yeah, and I think like I've said it before, they're going to replace that middle tier game, and like they're going to get better and better, and like indie studios are going to become a recognizable brand, like Supergiant Games. You're going to know Yacht Club Games. I hope you're going to know, and you're going to know multiple games. Harmonix, who is independent. You're
They are
Capybara Games.
Yeah, Capybara Games. You're going to know these
Double
names.
Fine.
Double Fine, like they'll be like respected brands, but they're going to be independent. They're going to be a more middle tier game, not
Iron
big
Galaxy.
budget. You're not going to know shit about Iron Galaxy. But
I met Dave Lang last year. He seemed pretty nice.
As he's fooling you.
that's his
How
whole
he
game.
tricks you.
So
I just want him to put me in a money booth.
yeah, there you go. I think their indie games is totally going to be more prevalent. Tony, what do you think?
I agree with you. Indie games, for sure.
I think like there are a lot of them.
The indies are coming.
But like that's like the cool thing. Like in 1987, not everybody could make video games. In 2015, anyone can make a video game, and that's so cool.
But
I think
where do
like
we go
that's
from here? Like if everyone can make video games right now, like can like everyone and then their next child make video games in 10 years?
God, I hope
Well, you
so.
see, when you go everybody, that also includes that next child. So we go, instead of everybody, we go everybody and elephants.
Everybody.
I have this image of like elephants stomping on iPads and crushing them,
And then
trying to
video
play
game
games.
happens.
iPad Crush.
But like there was like that little girl who drew art for this indie game. It was like an adventure game. It was like Crown Story or something. And she drew everything with crayons, and then her dad programmed it and made it work, and she did all the voice acting. But it was the coolest thing. It's like this little girl just made a game. This is what, like, you go on an adventure, you get food for like a unicorn, and you feed it, and it's like it's happy, and it's your friend afterwards. Like, this is like so cool. I am so into this idea of more and more people being able to make games because it's going to make the medium better in the end.
I agree.
Are you with me on indie games, Evan?
I mean, I don't know if everybody will be playing indie versus
Are they going to be
AAA.
more prevalent?
They'll be more prevalent. But
Now, this is also versus AAA.
Yeah.
People will know studios like Capybara Games and Yacht Club Games.
Mm-hmm.
But
you think the AAAs will still be king?
at some point,
At some point, they'll falter in 5 to 10 years.
I don't know about that.
Hmm.
But maybe some point in the future.
Okay. Now, what about you?
I think at some point,
Scott, you already
AAA
said
will-
your bit.
I did not say my.
All right, then say your bit.
I think at some point in the future, AAAs will change to stay on top.
That's very true. Like Activision building that Sierra label, like that's their indie game label now. But that's Activision, so that's a good point. Nabishin?
I just generally feel that the whole thing calling something an indie will just be going away in around 10 years. Like,
I hope so. Yeah.
it'll just be like more of like I feel like most what games are going to be in the future, and I think Ninja Theory is already doing it right now with Hellblade. Is just like they're trying to see what they can make the most out of without spending the most money. Like they're doing it as a very small team, and like they're actively trying this independent AAA right now with Hellblade, and like you can see the process with their videos and stuff like that. And I'm super interested in it. It's one of my most anticipated games because of that. But I just feel like that's where video games are pretty much going to be, where like the term indie will be gone away, but it'll be more or less like just like a whole bunch of developers and you just know studios from now on for what they do and what comes out for them. And I guess just like where the big boys come in is just like where they support them, where like the Activision supports them, or Sony supports them to be exclusive for the consoles or whatnot. So that's how I feel it's going to be. Like pretty much everything is just going to be PC.
Yeah, I mean, the one console feature, my friend.
I don't think it's going to become a one console feature.
We're all running on PCs.
Yeah, because it just get way too expensive.
Yeah, Nintendo will outlast them all.
with their NX. No, I agree, Nabishin. I like the idea of the indie AAA game, independent AAA, and what Ninja Theory is doing is super cool. I agree. Thank you, Spencer, for the email. That's a really good question. That's something that's super exciting. I know like a lot of people are like, oh, indie games are like, even Greg to an extent is like still that.
Stop
whole, like,
it.
I'm not making fun of him, but he's like he's said before, he's like, you know, I just don't want another indie game, but I do love stuff like Journey that comes along and I fall in love.
Well,
with.
go back to the list of games I played at PAX. That's all indie games.
Yeah. So I think like even the kind of diehard fans of AAA genre, like Greg, are falling in love with indies slowly but surely. Adam sends in an email. He says, hey guys, here's a little thought experiment. Define video games without using the words video, games, and play. It's not really a question, more like torture. Anyway, thanks for helping me get through my boring Friday night. Stay saucy. Best, Adam Colton. Thank you, Adam.
All right. Well, in the
No, everyone
shush.
shush.
I say no.
Evan. Get up on that mic. Define video games. This is all. I just want this for Evan. Define video games without using the word video, game, or games, and play.
It's an interactive story
Okay.
that you can read and enjoy on a console.
Okay. Mine would be, it's an interactive experience that the player. No, that's totally okay. He didn't say player.
No,
No, he said
play
play.
is in player.
No, that is not what he said. That
That's
the
like
player.
how saying root beers and beer.
Yeah, they're different.
Verbs and nouns.
That the player
I flipped those on purpose.
controls and changes. There you go.
I like that one.
Yeah,
That one was good.
because like that like includes stuff like Gone Home, which are video games, and we'll tell like those people out there like, he's got Call of Duty, that they can go fuck themselves now. Anybody else want to take a shot at it?
I got it.
Okay.
Harold,
you.
Virtual worlds that you can control and interact with.
Okay, I like that as well. Scott.
Fun, great, awesome, amazing, and typical.
Fucking took my Scott.
God damn it! I'm glad that you were also thinking that, Nabishan. Thank you for the emails, guys. Thank you.
Thanks,
Hey,
Adam.
I have one, Mr. Alex.
Oh, please.
Okay,
I'm
Tony.
gonna blow your mind, so please ready the mic drop
Okay.
sound effect.
Drop is ready.
An irrational passion.
It's that branding, son. Thank you, Tony. You actually did blow my fucking mind.
Fantastic neighborhoods.
I hope you actually put a mic drop sound effect in there.
I can totally work that in. Yeah. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Spencer, for the email. Sorry, Silver PR. We didn't get to your voicemail this week, but we will next week. That's the show. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to be a part of the show like Adam and Spencer were, and Silver PR, even though we didn't play his voicemail, you can send us an email at mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. That's
It's like Leet.
Evan, you're way too ahead of the times.
Damn it, Evan!
That's mailsack@irrationalpassions.com. Or you can leave us a voicemail at 404-590-1337.
It's like Leet.
Because it is! Standard long distance. The king has returned. Standard long distance fees do apply. Yes, Scott. I was really excited about that. You can follow each of us on Twitter. I am at AlphaFighter27. Spells just like it sounds. Evan is at Sticker Glue.
Hey!
He is. If you check his description, he is part of that team bonus. Scott is at What Tet Chuz. Nabishin is at Nabishin186. That's NABESHIN 186. Tony's at Tony Horvath. All one word. And Harold, our wonderful guest, is at USF H-Bomb. Harold, where can they hear more of you on the internet?
I do 2 podcasts, H-Bomb and Friends, and Podcast 64. Both can be found at hbombandfriends.libsyn.com. Twitter is at H-Bomb and Friends.
Is there one for the Podcast 64 or no?
It's at Podcast 64, but...
No one ever uses it.
Yeah, Chris is the only one who has access to it, and he doesn't post.
What a jerk. Cool.
Yeah.
Please check out Harold.
Dad.
Check out Harold's stuff. He's a good friend of the show.
Yeah.
Been a friend for a long time.
Yeah.
Some other
Miss you,
stuff.
Pax.
Wait, I miss you too, man.
I missed you too.
Big hugs.
It's like lead. Some other stuff. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. It helps us out a lot. Follow the show and the site on Twitter at IrrationalPod. Go to VGEvo.com. Check out the awesome podcast network that we are a part of there. Go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/Irrational Passions. It's the last week of Alex Plays Zelda. Watch me finish Skyward Sword. And,
Hey, listen.
And wax poetic at the end of that little thing. And of course, please tell your friends. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. And if you missed anything, you need some irrational passions in your life. Everything you need is irrationalpassions.com. That's the show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Harold, thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime.
Well, you are always welcome, and we appreciate the company. I will say I'm going to let everybody know I'm trying to have some interesting guests on, like Brant and Harold we had on this month, every month going forward in the year, because I think that's fun to mix it up a little bit. So stay tuned. I'm working on some stuff. Nothing has happened yet, so that is why I'm bringing it up here to remind myself.
I'll be back next week.
Harold will be back next in April, but hopefully we'll have somebody a new voice on every month, or at least a different voice, even if it is Evan.
Huh? What? Huh?
So thank you.
Hey,
Evan.
this time next week I'll be on spring break.
Me too.
You should come up here for spring break and not go to Florida for spring break.
No, it's probably way.
Hey, you guys should come down here. I have a spare room.
Yeah, party in Harold's spare room. Anyway, thank you, Evan, for actually coming on the show.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And you said
It was fun.
you're gonna really you're gonna try and be on more shows in the future.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Nabish, and of course, my reliable quartet as we've become. I've been your host, Alex O'Neill. Play your game, stay rational. We will talk to you guys next week.
Everything is fine.
Everything's fine.
Good fucking God, there's so many titles.
We got some great fucking
You're
titles.
welcome.
Yeah, that's all Harold there.
Good.
Alright, so we got the Taco Renaissance. Evan Wall, MD.
Oh, that has to win, right?
Dr. Evan.
That or that.
I lost a bet. I couldn't finish fast enough. Whoa, that's brisk, baby. What's the deal with Evan Wall? God damn it, Harold.
Cheers.
Blueberry or get the fuck out. Screw the haters. 4 seasons in a movie. Evan Wallpaper.
Yeah, it's
Metroid
spring,
Rage.
summer, autumn, and winter. 4 seasons.
Hashtag Greg was wrong.
It was Greg was right, but Tony read it the correct way.
It works. If you move in the game, you move for real. Tony was right. Which I don't know where that came from, but you know, whatever. Stupid Japanese bullshit. Tales of Hysteria. Stream on stream action. Streamception. Forgot about H-Bomb. The indies are coming. And the red line.
That's
Rock Band 4.
And Rock Band 4. What do you guys like?
I like Evan Wall, MD.
Fucking Evan Wall MD is really good. I like Evan Wall MD a little bit more than Dr. Evan, just because of the subtlety. What do you like, Nobishin?
I don't give a shit.
Well, you have to give a shit. Who gives a shit? You had one job.
And that was to give a shit.
And just pick one
No,
fucking
my
thing.
one job was taken from Harold.
You got the week off. Scott.
What?
Scott, what do you like?
This is a question. Probably look at it.
There are a lot of good ones here. You should fucking probably do your... God damn it.
Well, I'm sorry. Working on computer science. Doing like 29 minutes.
What is happening right now?
Tony, what do you
I
like?
can't pick one.
There's music happening.
What music?
That's just you, man.
That's just
Oh,
you.
okay. It must be something else. Alright.
Wow.
I was really confused for a second because this came out of nowhere. I really like Tales of Hysteria.
Dr. Evan. Definitely Dr. Evan.
Really?
Now
More
I've got
than-
Dr.
I
Evan.
prefer Evan Wall MD to Dr. Evan.
This is Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 220.
Evan
No.
Wall MD.
Damn it!
I'm editing in the show. Boom!
It's the title!
Stop recording. It's over.
God. Fucking
11:30. Goddamn it, Alex.
Hey man, we hit the arbitrary.
For the record, my choice was goddamn it, Harold.
That's also a really good one.
Look at the link I post. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night, Nabashin. Thank you.
Oh my god, I need you, Nabashin.
Thank you to all our video watchers. We love you guys, and we will catch you next week.